Hello everybody! Welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream. I hope you are all doing well. Happy Monday, my friends. We've made it through... we are about to start another week. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Hope everybody was able to get some flight time in. If you weren't able to join us yesterday, hopefully you were able to catch the replay or at least the landing of our wonderful flight from Toronto to Manchester. We had an absolute beautiful landing. Nighttime in Manchester was absolutely great. Thanks for coming to hang out today, friends. Hope everybody is doing well. Good to see you, Mark. Good to see you, Gary P. Steve Arrow. Welcome back, my friend. Steven Solari. Good to see you, dude. Tony Baldo is here. Good to see you, my friend. FedEx Pilot 14. Good to see you. CHLM. Welcome aboard. Alain. Welcome back, man. Abdul Abbas. Good to see you. Spotting TLV. Welcome. Mika Morgan. Good to see you. Corrales. Welcome. Andy. Good to see you. Scoopty. Good to see you. Mild Child. Good to see you. Quick Match. Welcome back. Matthew James. Good to see you. Pardon me. Semper Buffalo. Good to see you. Kevin Thomas. How are you, my friend? Good to see you, dude. Gary P. Welcome. Tony Zajac, good to see you, man. Leonard Grant, good to see you back as well. Captain Timothy, good to see you. Thompson Spotter, welcome back. Flying FS, good to see you. Digital Merc, welcome back, man. Spotting TLV, I think I got you. Daddy's Girl, welcome back. Skyworker, good to see you. Soren Norrenson, good to see you. Tony, 2 times, what's up, man? Nicholas Roke, good to see you. Captain Nolan, 777, good to see you. Lone Sparrow, 67, good afternoon to you, my friend. Carmel Caesar, or Cassar, probably screwed that up. Welcome aboard. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for coming to hang out. Tyrone, good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. Hope all is well. Connor Saunders, same to you. Welcome aboard. Hope all is well, man. Stefan C, good to see you. Jamie Parker, good to see you. Mr. Midnight Maverick, welcome back. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Matija Reese, good to see you. 3MS, good to see you. N Quantran, good to see you. Precise FN, good to see you. PW, welcome back. Hope everybody is doing well. Thank you again, guys, for coming to hang out with me today. Really do appreciate it. I hope you guys are enjoying your week. I hope you guys are off to a great start on this Monday afternoon for me. Could be morning, could be evening for many of you out there as well. Something a little bit fun today. Going to be a short stream, especially because we're flying offline. Going to be a little bit shorter today, but that's okay. You know, I feel like we made up with it with our 8-hour stream yesterday, so a little bit of a shorter stream here today. Just kind of having some fun today. This is, you know, we focus on a lot of like real world routes and stuff like this. This is a real world route, but obviously they're not operating it in a 310. This one's going to be tricky, to be honest with you, chat. I'm fingers crossed that we have a beautiful arrival and that it's going to be a lot of fun, more or less. Hopefully it's just going to be fun. But it's going to be a challenge today for sure, taking this big bird into Innsbruck. The largest airplane that we have ever flown into Innsbruck was the JAR Design 330. We did the Circle to Land JAR Design 330, and that was years ago we did that. So time for some fun. You guys already know one of my favorite approaches in Europe. Honestly, maybe even one of my favorite approaches in the world is flying into Innsbruck. If you've never flown into Innsbruck, I highly suggest learning. Even if you're not comfortable doing the Circle to Land, just do the RNAV runway 26 or something like that, right? You don't have to do the Circle to Land, but man, oh man, oh man, what an epic approach. You guys are in for a treat today. It is early morning. Again, we're not going to fly real time, otherwise it would be pitch black and we wouldn't see anything. We want to take this all in. We want to see the Swiss Alps. We want to see the beautiful terrain that we will be flying into today. So without further ado, friends, let's jump inside the cockpit. Let's get this bad boy program ready to rock and roll. I see a couple other people coming in here. I've got JR3000, welcome aboard. Jonathan Sellers, good to see you, man. Duke Dan, good to see you as well, man. Thompson Spotter, good to see you, man. Yeah, we're offline just because it's Innsbruck, man. I've done so many flights into Innsbruck on VATSIM, and it just ends up... I'm honestly doing it for the courtesy of others who like don't know who I am and are flying into Innsbruck by themselves. It's complete chaos, dude. Whenever a streamer, not only myself, man, any streamer, when any streamer flies into Innsbruck, it's just literal chaos. So I'm just being polite, if you will, because I know that there's some people that don't watch my streams, and there's some people that probably are flying into Innsbruck right now that have no clue that we are also flying into Innsbruck and bringing X amount of people with us. It just makes for a major cluster, you know what. So I'm just being polite, and we're flying offline
Your
today.
landing last night was lucky. Maybe if you consulted a real Minecraft pilot, you would have flown the plane correctly.
Man.
What are the plans for the member-only flight? Any chance of having another GA flight? Those were fun.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Here's the thing, C2A. We can definitely look at doing a GA flight. I don't know if I would ever make it a members only, just because there's so many people that join those. I feel that's kind of, I don't know, it's a little bit tacky to do like a GA flight, you know, like a community GA flight, but then I can only allow members only, the chat and stream. I do want to do another community GA flight. I don't know when we're going to do it. Maybe next weekend. We'll have to see how the cards play. Sunday is going to be member stream. I don't have a plan yet, if I'm being honest with you. I don't have a plan simply because I just don't know what airplanes are going to be out. I'm kind of holding my breath that the 737-900 is going to be releasing next week. Or if we don't get the 737-900, at least we get the EFB, which will put us back in the 737 next week. So fingers crossed for that. I don't know exactly what's going to be going on as far as the members only stream next week. I have a plan for Thursday. I do want to fly. Somebody sent me like the Royal Canadian Air Force or something like that. They still fly the A310. So I've got a livery for that, and I wanted to do a flight up to Iqaluit again. That was kind of the plan on Thursday. I'm not really sure what else the plan is. Thank you very much for a $3 donation, though, C2A. Appreciate you, my friend. We'll figure it out, dude. And, of course, CHLM coming in with a 5-bomb as well. Huge no floaties to you, my friend. Thank you very much for the support. Appreciate you guys. Absolutely awesome. What about the RJ? I don't know, man. Not a lot of people like seeing the RJ for whatever reason. I don't know why. I think it's just because it's too small. We'll see, man. We'll see, dude. I honestly am not interested in flying the RJ right now, Fliterer. Usually when I do that, I kind of get, when I get a tingling to fly the CRJ, that's usually when I jump back in it. But yeah, I don't know, man. The CRJ is weird, dude. A lot of people don't like the CRJ, and numbers end up going way down whenever we fly the CRJ and something like that. So trying to boost the numbers, trying to keep the numbers up, trying to keep everybody happy. I think everybody's been enjoying flying the 310 and kind of learning this aircraft. So we're sticking with this one for now. Like I said, next week, if we get the 737-900, we'll be in that. If not, hopefully we get the EFB update for the 700 and the 800, which will showcase that, obviously, as well. If not, who knows what we're going to be doing. So who knows? We don't have CRJs in Australia. I've never seen one IRL. You're not missing much. It's an RJ. They're very small. Very, very small. But yeah, Air France ops in the Phoenix 320. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Technically, this is our Europe week, so next week we're going to be back in North America. So probably can't do 320 ops in Paris for another couple weeks, at least 2 weeks. So what is the EFB update? Well, the 737 by PMDG still does not have the EFB that they supposedly were almost done and working on the release of the 737-700. It's now been, 4 or 5 months, and we still don't have an EFB. So an EFB stands for electronic flight bag. If I jump inside the cockpit here, this is an EFB, an electronic flight bag. We're supposed to be getting one of these for the PMDG 737. So we're all waiting for that one. Why not fly the CRJ into Aspen? It would be a fun CRJ flight. That is a great flight. We've done that one before. We will definitely do it again. I will put that into the bank and to see that. But regardless, either way, whatever we fly next week, you'll just have to kind of just chill with it. Let's not worry about that right now, guys. Let's have some fun. Let's worry about today's flights, and then we can worry about what happens next week. All right, chat? First things first, let's go to the overhead. Let's turn our sounds up. We're sitting in a cold and dark state, so we'll get battery switches 1, 2, and 3 on. That'll go ahead and bring the aircraft to life. Let's go ahead and get our ground power to the on position. That's going to really bring the aircraft to life. Wonderful. Let's go up top here. Actually, I'm just going to make sure that this is set to instant. Yes, it is. Okay, good. So let's go up top. We're going to set Adir's left side, right side, and center. We'll set those all to the nav position. Good. Continue our flows down here. Seatbelt signs can stay off for now. No smoking to the auto position. Going to flip you over to external power. We'll flip you to BAT 2. Everything looks good up here. Happy with that. We'll get the galley power on. Fuel pumps can stay off as we are refueling. Engine start switches, ignition in the off position. We'll get the APU master start switch to the on position. We're not going to start it quite yet, but we'll do that. Let's get our oxygen crew supply on. We'll go ahead and get the window heat on here as well. Everything else looks good over here. Everything is basically autoed out over here, so that looks good. APU bleed is in the off position. Emergency exits are armed, so everything looks good there, chat. We'll go and get the nav and logo lights on as well. Let's go over to GSX and let's request boarding. We're going to start that whole boarding process. Going to load from SimBrief. Good. We've got 199 passengers. Apparently, we've got the whole ski team going over to Innsbruck today. And we'll request boarding.
The boarding requested.
Passenger's bus is coming.
Deboarding. I meant request boarding. Hold on. Let me just restart. Oops, didn't mean to do that either. Monday, chat. Monday. Let me just restart the Kutal script because I didn't mean to do that. It's going to like try and deboard the aircraft, so let me just restart that. Hit the wrong one. I hit deboarding. 310 into Innsbruck's going to be spicy. It is. Randy, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Appreciate you being here. Welcome, welcome. Thanks so much for coming to hang out. All right, sim brief. Okay. There we go. We'll load that, and then we'll close that, and then we'll pop this guy, and we'll request boarding.
Boarding requested.
There we go. Beautiful. Boarding requested. Should be getting everybody out here. Got the trucks coming. Wonderful. All right, cool. Sweet. So let's come over here to our electronic flight bag. Actually, let's come down here and we'll align the RS just to make sure that everything works properly. Let's go to our menu tab. We'll go to ACARS. We'll go to request sim brief pending, and there we go. We've got our uplink. That all looks good. We've got Vienna over to Innsbruck today. I believe our alternate is back here. No, our alternate is Munich, EDDM. So we'll go ahead and throw that in here to our alternate. Good. We'll return that. Wonderful. Call sign today, Austrian, AUA 913 Papa. Go ahead and throw that in there. Good. Once it's up at 30,000 feet, I guess we could do that. We're in an A310, so I'm sure we can do that. Let's go ahead and align the IRS. It says GPS primary, which usually means that it's available. It's gonna load everybody up now. That's good. Let's go to our flight plan, Innsbruck, or sorry, departures. Now, let's have a quick look and see what the winds are doing here today. Out of Vienna. Get the METAR up here. Have a quick little look-see. Helicopter tested the 310 today in Innsbruck, and it slows down so fast. I stopped maybe 10 seconds after touchdown. Auto brake 2 depends on your weight too, right? I mean, we're going to be pretty empty. The winds here are 190 at 4, so we can expect a departure out of runway 16. From there, we will be on the OSPI, once it's on an OSPI departure, so we'll see what they say down here. OSPI 5 Bravo. Wonderful. We'll go ahead and select that. We'll go ahead and insert that. Beautiful. That's going to give us that. Great. Let's go ahead and go to Innsbruck now. Now, the winds, when I checked earlier, were not favoring runway 8, but we'll have to figure that out here in a second. Remember, I'm here in this flight because my name is now white like snow and not green like summer. There you go, Steve. Awesome. I'll join you, Cap. I'll be flying the 320. Sounds good. I'm not flying online today, 787 Gamer. Just remember that, dude. We are not flying online today, so just want to keep that in mind so everybody knows that. Doesn't seem to want to pick up the METAR for Lowy. We'll figure that one out. Exclamation point, METAR, Lowy. Hopefully we get that now. Doesn't it show us the weather on here? No, it doesn't, does it? Wait, does it show us the weather? Lowy, it does. 120 at 3 knots. Okay, there we go. Why are we offline? Is VATSIM a bug? No, it's flying into Innsbruck on VATSIM is cancerous, if I'm being honest with you. I forgot that you can do a METAR lookup here as well. It's pretty damn cool. Flying into Innsbruck on VATSIM is just a no-go, man. It's an absolute cluster, you know what. So I'm just choosing to be polite to all the other pilots that are out there today. Single airport in the mountains, a single runway airport in the mountains on VATSIM, that just equals disaster. Equals absolute disaster. So we're not going to be doing that. Hope you guys understand it. I fly on VATSIM 99.5% of my flights. So if we miss one flight, I hope you guys understand it. I'm not doing it to be mean. I'm not doing it to spite anybody that wants to fly with me. I'm literally doing it for the courteous of other pilots that don't watch my streams and don't know who we are, because you see a conga line of everybody coming into Innsbruck. It can be very, very daunting. So, okay, we know what to do. We're going to go to our star. We're going to plan for the localizer runway 26 is what we're going to be doing. So we'll go localizer, sure, we'll take that one. Localizer 26. We're going to be on the Nina 2 Alpha arrival. I've never taken this arrival into here. So wait, Nina or Nanny? Nanny, sorry, my bad. Nanny 2 Alpha. And we want RTT as our transition, correct. So we'll go ahead and insert that. Beautiful. That all looks good. I'm happy with those. If we come down here, we should see RTT, AdWig, and then we've got a bunch of other waypoints coming into runway 26. If you guys know, to do this Flite properly, essentially what you do is, I'll pop open SimBrief here. Go to here, and then what you end up doing is you end up flying the localizer. So I'll open up Lowy. You end up flying the localizer, or the RNP for runway 26. So I'm going to pin that actually on my charts. You plan the localizer, so we're going to come into RTT, AdWig, and then we're going to come down like this, and then at about 5 miles we're going to break off, and we're going to go around like this, and then do the circle to land into runway 08. Now, I'm sure many of you in chat have watched me do this before, but I know that there are some people in chat that have not seen this before. So if you have not seen this before, you are in for a treat. It is always a blast to do this type of stuff.
Passengers boarding starting.
Cool. Everything looks good here. I'm happy with all that. Those numbers all look great. Wonderful. We've got the passengers boarding. So let's come over here now. Let's go to our weight and balance tab. Let's go ahead and plug in some information here. So passenger count today, we have 199. Somebody was saying that I can just type on that. Ah, there we go. Nice. Very cool. 199. Confirm. Can I do that with all of these now? No, I can't. Okay. So 199 passengers today. Fuel for today's flight, we need 8,500. 8,500. There we go. Good. And we're looking for a zero fuel weight of 100.8. So we're getting real close. We'll add a little bit of cargo here. 100.8. There's 104, 5, 7. We'll call that because that's basically 8. So 1007. We'll go ahead and apply. You'll see the aircraft do a little bit of a dip and the CG weight change. Wonderful. Cool. That looks good. Plan and live. Interesting. I didn't know you could switch those two. So there we go. That's cool. We'll apply that. It says plan applied to aircraft. Wonderful. Let's go to our departure tab now, or takeoff performance, and we'll go ahead and refresh all this stuff here. We'll make sure everything looks good. Runway length, we'll plug that in. Plug that in. That's good. 4 degrees, 1007. That's great. Tow weight today, 109.0. So enter that in. We're doing a slats, 15 degrees, flaps 0. Anti-ice off, air conditioning will be on, and we'll go ahead and calculate our V-speeds. 57 on the flex, 35, 170 on the V2 speed. Cool. Everything looks good there. I'm happy with that. If we go to the overhead, that's all done. Okay. Let's go back to our knit page. Let's plug in some information here. Cost index initially will be 15. Probably just stay at a cost index of 15. We'll see. Once it's up at 300, we'll have to take a look. We should be able to hit that altitude, but we'll have a look once we get airborne. Let's go to next page. We'll plug in our information here on the init B page. So our zero fuel weight was 100.8. Good. Block fuel for today's flight, we had 8.5. Populate that as well. It's going to give us our tow weight, which is 108.9. And we need our CG weight, which is found down here. Good. CG weight is 26%. So we'll throw in 26. Good. We've got that. All of that is set and completed. Beautiful. And then you can see here that the aircraft is loading. We'll kind of just hang out while the aircraft does its thing. Try clicking on the side. The side of what? Very light today? Well, yeah, it's a short flight, man. Pretty short flight. So yeah, we're gonna be a little bit lighter. Jacob, what's up, man? Do passengers board normally, or do you have a mod to download it? I have a mod. This is through GSX. So when you see the passengers coming out of the passenger bus like this and boarding on the aircraft, this is all done through GSX. GSX. Hey, Cap, was able to pick up the TCA yoke of Boeing edition last night for $254 after using your Thrustmaster code. Thanks for the hookup. Hey, awesome news, man. Congratulations, dude. I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoy it, man. Yeah. I thought the largest airliner Lowy can accommodate was the 757. Correct. Yes. This is why today is just kind of something for fun. We're not trying to be real world pilots today. We're not trying to replicate real world ops. We're just having fun, man. This is kind of just a wrap to the week. We did a really big long haul last night. Ended up streaming almost 8 hours. So today is kind of just a nice relaxing day, dude. Gonna do this. How much does GSX cost? I think it's 40 USD, 39.99. I think USD, I believe. Worth it if you take, if you enjoy this type of I don't even, realism, I guess you could call it. If you enjoy like this type of stuff, it's definitely worth it. If you're somebody that just wants to get in the airplane, set it up and go flying, this is probably not the mod for you. It basically just adds a ton of realism. As you can see, it's a little bit of a slow process because it actually boards passengers, it boards all the cargo. deboarding, and does a bunch of stuff. So, yeah. They should add some throwing a coin in the engines as a nice 1 to 100 realistic scenario. Dude, who would ever do that? Who would throw a coin into the engine and then get on the airplane and risk that? I never understood that. It's craziness, man. GSX or PAX? Or PAX? I prefer GSX, 100%. GSX, you actually see passengers. PAX is all fictitious, right? You just have like you have the little app that shows passengers getting onto the aircraft and sitting down. This actually shows people boarding the airplane through the front, through the back, however you have it. So I would much prefer this, yeah. Clicking on the left side of the sliders on the labels in the load sheet should give you the ability to type numbers. Awesome. Thank you, Kai. I will, or Cal, I will check that out next time when we're departing Innsbruck. That's going to be the fun part, to be honest with you. There's no doubt in my mind that we can get this airplane stopped on the runway in Innsbruck. I think the real challenge here is going to be the departure. It's going to be kind of crazy to see this airplane departing out of Innsbruck. It's going to be pretty wild, man. Some people are absolute idiots when throwing coins in the engine. Yeah, no kidding. That's I've never seen that. Yeah. Honestly, and to be fair, most of the boarding done here in Canada, unless like you're out in some like remote airstrip somewhere, 99% of the time you're boarding via a jetway or a jet bridge. So there really is no opportunity for you to throw anything into the engine. That seems like throwing something into the engine seems like a bunch of lads down at like Ibiza coming back from a party or something, you know? That's where I feel like I would see that, you know? What is the Thrustmaster discount code? Picking up the Boeing yoke. Captain Nola, it's in the link down in the description, man. I think it's Captain CA-15 or something. Anyways, it's down below, dude. Just copy that. Make sure that you're ordering from the Thrustmaster US website. It's unfortunately the only section where the code actually works. Hopefully next year, coming into next year, I can get a code kind of like for worldwide. I felt kind of bad only being able to offer this to the North American viewers, but as I am the North American flight sim ambassador for Thrustmaster, apparently they only wanted to make the voucher code available for North American users. So yeah, there you go. Afternoon all. Does anyone know when the update will be out for those that of us are not in beta? Great question, Simon. I have no clue, man. I feel like if you want to get an answer quick, I would be over at the iniBuilds Discord or the Microsoft Flight Simulator Discord, and they should be able to provide you with a time. So probably should do a toga takeoff out of Innsbruck. Yes, we'll definitely be a toga takeoff. We'll definitely hold the brakes as well until the engines are completely spooled up, and then we'll be out of there for sure, man. And we'll be doing slats and flaps 15 degrees. Definitely, yeah. One thing I found out about Austrian flies to Cancun. I didn't know that until I saw it on Flight Radar 24. There you go, man. I think I know what your response is going to be. Would you recommend getting planes and sceneries or getting flight sim equipment like throttles, yokes, etc.? Really depends, Aiden. I mean, if you don't have a yoke and throttles and stuff, I'm obviously going to say get that, man. That's the most important component. If you've already got something and you're looking to upgrade, I would say, I don't know, maybe kind of do both. Maybe sell what you have now and kind of fund what you want to get in the future. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, really depends, man. Really depends. For the departure from Innsbruck, just use toga and PAX off. Is PAX like an off on this jet? I've never done a PAX off departure. I've always never had to do a PAX off departure. I don't even know if that's a thing in like North America. I feel like that may be a thing in like Europe more often than none because of some of the runways. But yeah. Yeah, I would do that, Aiden, for sure, man. For sure. Gap, do you know if the circle to land can be used at night? I guess not, but I don't know. I don't think so, because a lot of it is visual aid, Thompson. Like, there's a lot of, like, it's all, you're visually looking for things, right? You look for the visual ski jump, and then you fly towards the ski jump, and then you're looking for power lines, and then you fly along power lines, and then you're looking for a church. And then that's when you kind of start making your turn for the circle past the church. So there's a lot of visual aids that you're looking for when you're doing the circle to land. So I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Anyways, looks like we're getting the last of the passengers on board here, chat. So let's jump inside. Let's go ahead and spool up the APU, shall we? So we'll go to the overhead. We'll go ahead and hit the APU start switch. If we jump outside, should be able to hear this bad boy spooling up. Captain Baloo. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for being here. More importantly, thank you for the €5 donation. That is extremely kind of you, my friend. Appreciate that, dude. We'll wait for Amy to read that one out. Thank you, thank you. Would you say the Innsbruck scenery from Orbex is worth it? Absolutely. It's fantastic scenery. Fantastic. V1 does pack off takeoffs in stream regularly. Interesting. I'm wondering, does he do it just for like the stream, or is he doing it like real world? It's a great question. I'd love to ask him that, actually. The bus is way bigger and can carry more people than what it appears to be able to. Yes. Now, that is because I have a setting here on GSX. If you go into your GSX settings, you can turn this one off, multiple trips. So I have that turned off, meaning that all my passengers will board off one bus. If not, you'll see the passenger bus come and go to the airplane 3 or 4 times. Now, if you're somebody that's seeking ultra realism, I would have that ticked on. But because I just kind of, one bus is okay for me, I have multiple trips turned off. So keep that in mind.
Cap.
Hey.
Thank you so much for your service. Have a nice flight.
Thank you. Huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you very much for your support, dude. Really do appreciate that. I think V1 recently said that packs off is not common in the US unless it's needed for performance, but he does it regularly on stream to get maximum performance for fun. That makes sense, like I said. So it's, yeah. I've never, in all the streams that I've watched over the years, rarely do I see the pilots turning off the packs. Obviously for performance reasons, but I don't even know how much extra performance you get out of the engines, but who knows, man. Cap, what is the add-on using to display the parked aircraft? That's just part of the scenery, man. Some of the scenery developers put static airplanes at some of the gates. That is just part of the scenery, man. Exclamation point scenery in chat, or check the link in the description down below. Max, thank you very much, man. Appreciate that. If you ever get the chance to visit Lowy, spotting runway 8 directly at the river beach is also worth it, not only on Orbex. Got you. Cool. The UK got hit by so much rain last night, cars are underwater in some areas. Damn, that's crazy. Yes, it's just for stream. He says that he rarely does a toga takeoff in real life. Most of the time he just uses flex. Yeah, gotta protect those engines in real life, right? Gotta protect those engines. Cool. APU generator is on. Let's get the fuel pumps on for the APU. That's looking good. We can remove the external power. Here, the bus transfer flip over. That's all great. Let's come over here to our electronic flight bag. Let's go to our little plug menu here. We're going to disconnect the GPU. Wonderful. Now, no pushback here. We're literally taxing straight forward. So what we do in this case is let's go to the overhead, get our pitch trim, yaw dampers, and ETS to the on position. We'll get the fuel pumps all to the on position. Beautiful. And we'll make sure that our APU bleed is on, which is going to, in return, give us enough bleed pressure to start the engines. We're going to flip him to APU gen. We'll leave him on bat 1. That's all fine. Seatbelt signs come on. Beacon light comes on. Engine start switch ignition alpha is on. And we'll go ahead and spool up engine number 2. We come down here and we have a quick little look-see. We should see N2 percentage rising, which we do. Great news. Means we did something correctly. And you can audibly hear the engine spooling up as well. We're looking for anything over 25%. Sorry, anything over 22%, and we can introduce fuel. Here it comes now. 23. We'll introduce fuel to engine number 2. Give you guys a nice wing view of this bad boy spooling up. Wish I knew how to fly this bad boy. It's pretty complex. It is, but just watch the streams, man. You'll get it, dude. I promise you, it's no more complex than like a 7.5 or a 7.67 or something like that, man. Yeah. Apparently, the Phoenix has multiple issues with icing effect turned on in the assistance menu. FYI. Interesting. Okay. I always love when I can just pull through onto a taxiway. It just makes it so much easier, right? Just let's go. I love how like even this static guy has one attached to him. Was that a 319? It's got to be a 319. Yeah. Dirty. Need to watch that plane. Cool. Looks like we got one good engine. So let's go ahead and spool up engine number 2. Come down here. N2 percentage on the rise. Good. Ozzy, what's up, my friend? Good to see you back, dude. Hope all's well. It's intimidating, but quite simple if you understand both Boeing and Airbus. 100%. Yes. It is literally the Boeing bus. That was a 320? Really? Oh. My eyes are off today, chat. Sorry. Apologize. All right, we're looking for 23%. We'll introduce fuel number 1. Good. And then we can start working on a few things down here. Takeoff performance, flex of 57 degrees. Flex to 57. Good. 135, 135, 170. 135, 135. And then we're going to set 170 on the FCU. There's the bus transfer. Good. Going to be lazy pilots today, right up to cruise altitude, 300. We'll sync up our runway heading. We are departing on runway 16, so we'll sync that guy up. Good. We'll go decision height -5, sorry. Turn all of these lights up here as well. And I'm just going to confirm the weather in 1007. So I'll go ahead and set that as well, 1007. Good, wonderful, cool. Looks like we got 2 good engines. Let's switch our engine ignition system to continuous relight. Let's get the probe heats on. APU bleed comes off, APU goes off. Everything looks good up there. I'm happy with you. We're going to flip you over to Gen 1, Bat 1. Good. Flows good. Everything looks great. Everything looks happy. Good. Let's go slats. 15 degrees. Auto brake RTO. Ground spoilers armed. And I think with all of that, chat, we're good to go. I think we're good to go. And we're going off runway 16 today. Beautiful. Cool. So park brake can come off. Oh, we need our trim to up 0.9. Forget your trim, chat. Up 0.9. There we go. Should be good right about there. Sweet. Let's do it. Did they release an update on this plane, or are you using the beta version of Flight Sim? The beta version of Flight Sim, which came out on Friday, I think, or something. The A319 has 1 wing door. The 320 has 2. Ah, that's a good way to spot it, isn't it? Yeah, you're right. Good way to spot it. You don't see me on VATSIM? Correct. I'm not flying on VATSIM. That's why it says right up top here, offline. I do not fly on VATSIM into Innsbruck, man. Unless there's like an event and it's controlled by a bunch of controllers and they can kind of keep everything under wraps. It's too chaotic, man. And more importantly, I'm just doing it because I feel that it's not very fair to like other users that don't know who I am, that are also just trying to fly into Innsbruck. It makes it a little bit difficult for them to sometimes, operate how it is. It's just crazy, man. Any passenger airlines still use the 310s? No. Hey, Cap, I can't hear ATC in the 310. Is there a fix? Maybe you need to turn on one of these. Have like your VHF 1 plugged, and like this is the sound volume. Maybe turn those up. So make sure that this guy is selected with a green light, and maybe turn the sound volume up on here. Unless it's, I haven't seen an aircraft that it's tied to in here, so yeah. The guy's scenery for Vienna is nice. It is, yes, it's absolutely beautiful, man. I love this scenery. I'm excited to come back. I love the approach to Vienna. It's absolutely beautiful, man. Captain UK, what's up, man? What's up, Brent? I didn't even see that. Did they release? Oh, sorry. Yeah, no problem, man. No problemo, sir. Cap, do you have train vector in Ultra? I don't know. Whatever it sets it to on the high-end preset. So, no, probably high, if I had to take a guess. Hey, Cap, strange not on a network today? Nope, not strange at all. If you watch any of my streams, you'll know that I usually never fly on a network when flying into Innsbruck. It's just too chaotic, man. It's too chaotic, dude. It's too small of an airport, too many people, and it just turns into a clusterfuck, dude. Some people know how to do the circle to land, some people don't, so we end up people coming in on runway 8, people trying to depart on runway 26. It's just, yeah, it's crazy, man. What is your object level of detail and terrain detail set to? Again, Lonnie, I just have it set to whatever the high-end preset is. I think it's just on 100, you know what I mean? Will you do the ILS or the circle to land? Circle to land. There is no ILS into here. We'll do the circle to land runway 8. Yes, always. Always, always, always. Dazzle, what's up, my friend? Good to see you, dude. Appreciate you being here. GA Flyer, thank you for the kind words, man. Appreciate that. Good morning, Cap Cannon in chat. Hey, Cap, I noticed yesterday on your long haul that the frame weights were butter. Mine are garbage after 4 hours. Any tips on keeping frames peppy on long hauls? No. They should have fixed it, Andy. After Sim Update 10, they should have fixed the issue with... are you on the beta? That's the only thing that I can think of maybe that was fixing the frames is, are you on the beta of this aircraft? If you're not on the beta, that could be what's causing it. But, yeah.
Thanks for the epic streams recently.
Hey.
Loving the A310.
No worries, man. Thanks for being here, dude. Thank you for the donation. Mark Taylor, appreciate you, man. That's very, very kind, dude. Thank you so much. Glad you're enjoying the content. I'm glad, hopefully I've been able to teach, or not even teach, just hopefully I've been able to show you guys a few tips and tricks when it comes to flying this airplane. It is a lot of fun. I do agree with some people in chat that were saying it's quite a complex airplane. It is, 100%, but I feel like it's one of those airplanes, once you understand how everything works, it is very rewarding. Like, very rewarding. So, yeah. Short brief on circle to land. How to identify that? A short brief on the circle to land. Have your charts open. Visually, what you're looking for, there's a ski jump. Like right here, there's a big ski jump that you want to aim towards, and then you're basically following power lines, and then there's a big church that you have to look for, and then once you pass the church, you continue your circle down and in. It's a difficult approach, man. Listen, dude, it's difficult. I've probably flown it 50 times in my simulator, and still, it's kind of a little bit difficult. So, anyways, enjoy the departure here, friends. I'm gonna crank the sounds. Catch you guys while we are airborne. Well, that's a little bit loud. Sorry. We like loud, but anyways, let's do it, chat. Throttle's up to 40%. Chrono's going on. Let's get it, friends. Toga. Takeoff power set. Airspeed is alive. 100 knots. V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Gears going up. What a beautiful day here in Vienna. Climb power's coming in. Bring that nose over just a little bit. Make our right turn. Was Andy, yeah. V1 was 135 and rotate was 170, so it definitely was, yeah. Alrighty, watch that nose coming up. We'll bring it down just a little bit here. Make sure we can gain a little bit of speed. Let's go slats retracted. Go ahead and get our nose light to the off position. Runway turnoff's coming off. Wing light is coming off as well. And there we go, chat. Nice departure. Heading towards the mountains. You can already see the Swiss Alps. We're already heading there, chat. Is this live weather? It is. Live weather, not live time. It is early morning. This flight happened at 8:48. Speaking of which, what time is it? Did we make it? 8:59. We're about 10 minutes late on the departure. From the real world. We weren't actually late, but just real world. They did it at 8:48, I believe it departed. Let's lock our gear. Coming up on 6,500 feet. Let's go and get autopilot 1 on. I'll bring you guys back up into the flight deck. Hey, nice departure, chat. En route to Innsbruck. Always a great time. Excited for this one. Who did we have here? We had Randy coming in for 2 months. Appreciate you, man. This is going to be paying close attention to this approach. Last time I tried it, it didn't go well. Thanks for such amazing content. Randy, thanks for being here, dude. I appreciate you. I hope you can take everything in. I will do my best. Keep in mind, I haven't flown this airplane into here yet. I was going to do a practice flight last night, but, you know, Call of Duty, and don't tell Smitty, he'll get mad at me, but Call of Duty's out, and Call of Duty is Call of Duty. You know, you say, oh, I'm just going to play a couple hours of Call of Duty, and that turns into 6 hours of Call of Duty, and then it's 2 o'clock in the morning, and you got to go to bed. Randy, thanks for support, man. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you, man. This aircraft looks like a hybrid of a Boeing and an Airbus. You would be correct. Also, you got to sprinkle in a little bit of McDonnell Douglas, a little bit of MD, a little bit of Boeing, and a little bit of Airbus. That's what I call this airplane. The Boeing McBus. That's what we call it, man. The Bo McBus. Why no COD stream? I turn into a different person when I play Call of Duty. I like screaming at my teammates and yelling profanities, and I don't think that would be a very good stream, to be honest with you. Don't think it would be a very good stream. Bank angle 30 degrees and 1,000 foot per minute. I don't even know, was it? Gam Canada, how much did you take to learn to fly in Microsoft Flight Simulator? Years, man, years. How do you update the 310? If you want to do the beta through Steam, you click on Microsoft Flight Simulator, go to Properties, and on the left side, select Betas. So, yeah. Captain, I just took off from RCTP in a 747-200. And while your video taught me so much. Awesome, Spike Flies. Glad I could help, man. Captain, would it be fun to do a flight into Sweden now that it is winter? Maybe. I mean, it's winter in a lot of places besides Sweden, right? Winter in Canada as well. Got a bunch of snow on the ground. Widow NJ, thanks so much, man, for 5 months. Appreciate that, sis. Thank you for the content, Captain. Always amazing. Huge snow floaties to you, my friend. Thank you very much for supporting the streams. Thank you very much for those kind words. I really do appreciate that, man. Thank you. There's a mod to add the church and stuff for Lowy. Do you have it? No, I have the add-on scenery. So I have the Orbex. I have the Orbex scenery, and I believe it comes with it. Landing lights coming off. We're through 10,000 feet. Engine ignition switches to the off position as well. Everything else looks good up there, chat. We're doing well. Thank you once again, Widow. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you. Was flying with Austrian Airlines from Vienna to Los Angeles, so 777-200. It was a really good plane. Nice, very cool. Cam, is there a chance you ever go back to flying one of the tollless aircrafts? Yeah, I'm sure we'll go back to flying it on X-Plane 12 at some point. I don't know when. I have no clue when that will happen, but I'm sure we will have we'll see. If I'm being honest with you, man, I don't plan on paying Toasty, so.
Well, haven't dropped one for a while, or a dono. So here you go, my fuzzy friend, lol. Much love.
Huge no floaties to you, my friend. Thank you very much for support as well. Dropping the $10 donation. Hopefully that wasn't out of Matthew's college fund. Thank you for the support, my friend. I appreciate you as always, dude. Thank you. Congratulations on to surpassing 70,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you. Cat, why don't you fly the new MD-11? Because it is garbage. Hot garbage. Steaming hot garbage. 18,000 feet. We should have done standard barometric pressure before then, but we just did it now. That's perfectly fine. As you can see here, our top of climb and our top of descent looks like they're about 40 miles away from one another. Although our top of climb is slowly coming back as we are climbing quite heavily. 3,000 plus feet per minute right now on the climb, so we're looking good. Why do you need continuous relight for takeoff? Kind of similar in the Boeing, right? That's nice. So very similar to a Boeing, under 10,000 feet, you just put continuous relight. Basically what that means is if you do lose an engine, the continuous relighter, the ignition will continuously relight, which in return will hopefully spool up your engine. So yeah, that's why that's done. Using DX11 or DX12? DX11, yes. A310 has a very good high altitude climb as well. It does, yes. Those engines are very overpowered in my opinion. They're quite crazy. How about the performance of the 310 after the update? Still stutters? No, I'm getting 55 FPS right now. I think before the update, the highest FPS that I saw was like 40. I'm gaining on average about 10 to 15 FPS. Obviously, it depends on the scenario and the situation that we're in, but for the most part, I've gained at least 10 to 15 FPS since the update. So that's good. Good news. You like to see that. Do you think X-Plane 12 is worth the price? In its current state, no. Absolutely not. but that's my opinion. Everybody else is going to have a different opinion, but in my opinion, in its current state right now, today, if you were to buy it, no, it's not worth it at all. No. There's an update. Well, it's a beta. So if the beta came out on Friday, I think, Thursday or Friday. So if you're familiar with betas in Microsoft Flight Simulator, it's just a Microsoft Flight Sim beta. Yeah. Does the update for this aircraft happen automatically? Chris, I'm not sure how it's going to work, to be honest with you. Yeah, I honestly don't know how it's going to work in the future, man. Usually it's going to be, I'm sure it's probably going to be done on sim updates or something like that. So is the GPWS fixed on the beta? No, not that I am aware of, Nego. No, not that I'm aware of, man. Hey, Gap, I downloaded the beta fix for the 310 and now the adheres won't align. Can you help? Yes, Delta Tango. There's a bug right now. You got to go to here and you got to set your IRS alignment to instant. Make sure that it is set to instant and then restart your simulator and it should work. But you have to make sure that the IRS alignment is set to instant. It's not that it's broken, but if you put it on short, it takes like 20 minutes. If you put it on realistic, some people were saying it can take like an hour. So, yeah. Getting better with the 320 in Phoenix, doing CVG to MCO about 180 nautical miles till descent. Been buttering these landings, and do you fly the Phoenix with auto throttle on during final, or do you disengage? I fly it with auto throttle, and then just cut the power when I hear the first retard. That's usually how I do it, my man. Zach, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. There's no GPWS callouts, Sean. When you use the beta build, there's no callouts that happen. Yeah. No callouts. All right, chat. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cap our climb here at 280. It's looking like we're not going to get up to 300, so I'm going to cap it at 280, just so we can cruise for like 30 miles and kind of get prepared and set up here. Does updates are automatic? I don't think so, Chris. Like I said, I'm honestly not sure, man. I don't know how they happen. Yeah. Is the update on Xbox 2 or just PC? I think it's just PC. I don't think you can you do betas in Xbox? If you can do the beta build on Xbox, it should work, but yeah. Hey, Cap, when should you flare in the 747-200 at 50 feet or shorter? I have no clue. I have not flown a 747-200 in quite a while, man. I'm not sure. Yeah. Just found out how to not murder all my packs on landing. I found out my throttle is too low, so I keep it from 58 to 59%, and now other tips for the PMDG 737-800. I don't know, I mean, keep the power in. Keep the power in till you hear like 10 feet or something like that, you know? Betas are through the Xbox Insider Hub. There you go. Okay. Marketplace updates are automatic. I have no clue, Sean. I don't... Maybe there's got to be a setting somewhere that maybe has like automatic updates or something like that. I'm not sure. Paulo, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Appreciate you being here. Welcome, welcome. All right, so have a quick little look here. We're going to be on the arrival. We need to be at RTT for 9,500 feet. So that's what we're going to plan. Top of descent is literally in 15 miles. So we're going to plug in 9,500 or 7,500? 9,500 feet. So we're going to plug in 9,500 feet for now, chat. Up 9,500. Good. All right, cool. So we'll get 9,500 feet in there. Not long flights today, chat. Remember I said that these were going to be short and sweet. Short and sweet flights they are. Yeah. Do all Airbuses scream retard? Yes. Yeah. Do you have to reinstall scenery, etc. after opting in and out of the beta? So opting in, everything's been fine, Daza, and I've been told that opting out is very simple as well, and it doesn't cause any issues. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait till this airplane is out of beta, and then I'm going to remove myself from the beta. Apparently, if like you try and take yourself out while the beta is still ongoing, it can cause issues. So yeah. Anyways, I'm going to get P descent in here, guys. Predicted descent path, which is coming up here in about 10 miles. So we're going to start that. Cost index seems a little bit low. It's got me slowing down here a little bit. So I'm going to bring the cost index up to like 35. That's way too much. Okay, let's go like 25. Yeah, there we go. No, 25, please. Thank you. Yeah, it's a little bit better. There we go. That'll keep our speed at about 280 knots. Opting in seems to reset your graphics settings. Interesting. It didn't do that for me, so yeah, I don't know. Turbulence is kicking your pineapple. It's not too bad. Definitely some light turbulence. I mean, that's to be expected over the Alps, right? All that air is being kind of rushed upwards, but yeah. Once the beta ends, you will be put back into the release branch, and if you want to do a future beta, you have to opt in again. Okay, that's pretty cool, Andy. Thank you for that information. So there you go. So once you enter the beta, just stay in the beta then until it ends. Like Andy just said, that's absolutely awesome. It did change your graphics settings. That took some time to figure out. Interesting. I don't think any of my settings have been changed. Now that you guys are mentioning it, I'm gonna try and take a look at it. What is cost index? It's that magical number that it's a weird. It takes your weight, your fuel, and the winds into calculation for what your speed's gonna be. So a higher cost index usually means a higher cruise speed. A lower cost index usually means a lower cruise speed. Does that make sense? It's kind of a weird number, man. Pilots usually don't worry about the cost index. It's usually done by...
Your V speeds were too high because your cost index wasn't set to 100. I'm going to report you to have your internet pilot's license revoked.
Yes.
I'm a true pilot, I know. I prefer mommy to bring me my dino nuggets with barbecue sauce and Mountain Dew Code Red.
Hey, man. I love my dino nuggies. Thanks for support, man. Appreciate you. I know who that was. Thank you, dude. Appreciate that, man. Always set it to cost index 100 or you crash. Real world pilot in the stream taught us once. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Well, there we go, chat. Already through top of descent. So we literally got up to 28,000 feet, and now we are starting our descent once again into Innsbruck. Gotta be one of those ones, man. Gotta be one of those ones. With a 310, SimBrief doesn't display a cost index number. It is always the same number. Thor, you are correct. SimBrief will give you a mock number. It gives you a, so if you come over here, SimBrief gives you mock numbers. So it'll always give you a mock here for this airplane. Cost index, like I said, we had iniBuilds in here the other day. They said that from the people that they were that were helping with the aircraft, former real pilots of the 310 and that stuff, they said that they always used a cost index between 5 and 80. So if you just take those numbers in, 5 or 80, you should be good to go with those numbers. So, yeah. Have you ever tried Volanta? I have not. I use Sim Toolkit Pro just because it allows me all this information up here. It allows me to use all of that information, so that's why I use it. Yeah. You're an amateur of Airbus? Nothing wrong with that, man. I recommend shutting down the engines before you land also so the roll isn't too long. It's a short runway. Didn't know if you knew that already. Of course, they always shut off engines, right? Yep. They're going to descend till 3,700 feet on final using P-descent or profile mode or manual. So, Paul, what I'm going to do is once we reach RTT, at 9,500 feet, we'll open up the chart so you can see a little bit better. So once I reach RTT Rattenberg VOR at 9,500 feet, it's basically a shoot down here, and I'm going to switch it over to manual mode. So I'm going to be using vertical speed, and I'm just going to try and keep us on the path, the V deviation path. That's all really I'm going to try and do for there. So yeah, that's kind of how that works. I don't know why it has us descending so early, to be honest with you. I feel like we should have descended a little bit later. You can see like the aircraft's kind of like we're well below profile now, and the airplane kind of seems to, like, we have to be at 15,000 feet or above, and that's in 80 miles. Yeah, I definitely think something's a little bit wonky with that. I don't think we should have been descending right now. That's fine. I'll put the descent rate, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to descend us manually. Something's a little bit weird with the descent profile right now. I'm not quite sure why it wanted to start us descending. I'm going to descend us manually at like 800 feet per minute, maybe 1,000 feet per minute. I'm going to try and get the arc range here for, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually plug in 15,000, and then I'm going to try and plan it around that, the arc range. I'm going to shallow this out here a little bit. Probably closer to like 700 feet per minute on the descent. Something's definitely bugged up on that. We shouldn't have started the descent so early. I don't know. Definitely some calculations going wrong on that one, that's for sure. Not quite sure what that was. What GSX profile did you use for Vienna? I don't know if I have one, to be honest with you. Let me check. Low. Do I have one? I do not have one. I don't have one. For, is there one available for Vienna? Because I don't have one. Yeah. Do you ever have a flight on EasyJet? I've never flown on EasyJet in the real world. No. I've done a bunch of flights in the simulator world using EasyJet. Yes. Yeah. Hello. Just wondering if you know a fix for the top of descent marker not appearing on the 320 Neo. Make sure that you have a cost index and your cruise altitude set. Cost index, cruise altitude. Make sure that those things are set there. All right, we're going to go with medium auto brakes, and our ground spoilers should already be armed, so we'll do those again. That's fine. So medium auto brake. I don't think we need max auto brake. I think we're going to be perfectly fine on medium. It looks good. We're getting our pineapple pushed in here a little bit. The airplane's kind of oscillating. It's not staying even at, like, you know, I'm just going to put that to like 500 foot per minute then. We'll just descend nice and slow. Check out the flyby simulations SU11 setting video on YouTube. Change anisotropic settings in NVIDIA control panel to 16. And wow, what a difference it makes in the visuals and no loss of FPS. Interesting. I feel like that would be a loss for me because I am streaming. But yeah, will you float on this landing? You cannot float on this landing. No. I'm not looking for a you know, a butter landing. I'm just looking to put it down on the marks, and we also don't have any call outs, so no, we definitely cannot float this landing, that's for sure. No. I don't think the Flyby R3220X has top of descent marker. No, it does. 100% it does. Maybe it's your cost index messing up the descent profile. Could have been. Widow, yeah, it definitely could have been that. Cap, what do you mean when you say pineapple? Turbulence? Pineapple. It's just a nice way of saying we're getting our shit pushed in, essentially. Meaning that we're having a struggle. We're struggling. We're fighting with the airplane. We are struggling. All right, airplane, you are 60 miles out. We definitely should have been cruising for much longer than that. Apologize about that, chat. Now we know, you know. If you swear, it'll keep the Timmies away. Oh, man. Brian, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. I use the stable version, so it's not on there. I see it's on the experimental version, at least. I tried the dev version once, and the FPS crapped out, so I went back to the stable. Yeah, you can try the the experimental version. It should be good nowadays, I would think, but yeah. Doing well, Brian. How are you, man? Always remember the mountains are higher in winter. One of the most important things you learn at flight school if you fly in this kind of terrain. Yes, the snow-capped mountains. There's no place for any floating. Not in this airport, not on this airplane, that's for sure, man. Can you tip then, Cap, when you make sure you yell so loud that your plane will do whatever you want? I don't think that works. Yelling at the airplane. It doesn't work like yelling at a human being. We'll see if we can eventually get the deviation path to come back centered. It looks like we're like kind of good on the path right now, but you can see our descent rate is kind of all over the place right now. Weird shadow flickering? Yes. So just like with any airplane, if you set custom views like I have done, custom wing views, custom outside views, you will get the shadow flickering. It is unfortunately part of the process. They still haven't been able to figure it out. Basically the way that they've figured it out and to not do it is they say don't make custom wing views, and then that won't do that. So yeah. Is the new MD-11 any good? No. There's a reason you don't see anybody flying it. It is not good. Not good. And what altitude am I at now? Well, it says right here, my friend. 21,000 feet and descending. Leo, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Appreciate you being here. Welcome, welcome. Hope all is well, my friend. Say hello to my new Beagle, Money. Hello, Money. Beagle. Altitude is also shown on the banner on the top. Yes, although that number may be a little bit skewed. What does that one say? We're at 20,600. Yeah, that number is a little bit weird sometimes. What airport are we landing at? I'm going to let you guess, Brian. Have to guess. Today is guessing day. As for the INI forums, change shadow map to 2048 in the settings to get less flickering. I don't know if it works. Didn't fly this aircraft yet. It probably does. That's also, I don't know what performance would be like. I'd have to do a little bit of testing on that one, Paul, to be honest with you. So, yeah. I think it has something with how you set your views. Yes, like I said, if you set custom wing views the way that I do, when you trick the camera into setting these custom wing views, it in return gives these weird shadow flickers in the cockpit. It's like this with every aircraft. It's not just this aircraft. Unfortunately, it's like that with every airplane, and Sobo and Microsoft have not been able to figure out how to do it. It's something when you trick the camera system, it essentially, the camera right now doesn't think that we're inside the airplane, and that's why it's rendering it the way that it does. But I can try and do those. So does developer mode make any difference? No, it just allows you to, like, you know, go through some stuff if you wanted to. Yeah. Each model has a different shadow box. Correct. Yeah. Is there snow in Lowy right now? I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I would think so, maybe. I don't know. I'm not too sure, to be honest. And the dev mode gives you replay. It can give a replay. You have to enable it on here. We're not doing a replay today, chat, because we're doing a turnaround. So we're not going to restart the stream. We're just turning around the airplane, and we're going back to Vienna. Mr. Smitty, good to see you, dude. What happens if approach course is off by 1 or 2 degrees? I'm not sure, Sean. Not sure, man. Is the 310 able to fly into Innsbruck? It's going to be sketchy. That's for sure. Definitely going to be sketchy. We should be fine. Let's play some COD tonight. I'm going out to the farm tonight, so probably no COD tonight, my friend. Is this the first leg? It is, Noah. Correct, yes. You've been lurking in the lounge? Got you. I once flew on a 310 with Air India from Mumbai to Bengaluru, and the whole aircraft was rattling all throughout the 8-minute flight. What's an 8-minute flight? Yeah. How long is the landing real world? What do you mean, Brent? That's why we need a third-party camera system? I agree. Yeah. Are we doing the circle to land? Yes. Always. Always, always. No messing about when we come to Innsbruck, chat. I always get mad. Not get mad, but you know what I mean. I never understood why people, you know, fly into Innsbruck and the winds are favoring runway 8 and they don't do the circle to land. You got to do an 80-minute flight. Got you. Hey, Cap, what are your sound settings in-game? After the 310 performance update, they removed the sound sliders. The packs just blow my headphones off. I know. It's, I have asked them to put the wind noise and the packs on a separate slider. Right now, everything I think is just set to, like, the aircraft. It sucks, you know, so, yeah. Keep at it, Noah. You'll be fine, dude. Also not the place for that. Flight Sim channel. Gonna make good runway textures. Rex doesn't make them dirty enough. The runways are still too clean. I don't know, man. I mean, third-party airport sceneries, that's probably your best bet at finding something like that, you know? Gotta build a hockey rink in your backyard? Yeah. Could definitely do it at the farm. Lots of room at the farm to do something like that, but yeah. Still no GPWS? No. Yes, absolutely, Schmitty. Yeah. Runway length is about 6,000 feet. Well, we can get an exact count. The airport runway length is 6,500 feet. 6,562. Now, we'll see if we can vacate on Bravo. We may need full length here to turn ourselves back around and go Bravo, but we'll see. We won't worry about all that yet. 6,500 feet should be interesting, of course. Always interesting. Always a fun time here, my friend. Always a fun time here. Pardon me. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Microsoft kind of does its own thing with the snow on the ground. Once it reaches a certain temperature, it just puts snow on the ground. So anytime it like stays in the minuses, you can see like we're literally on the line. No snow, no snow, snow. So we'll see. If I was a betting man, I'm gonna bet that there will be snow on the ground. We're basically flying straight out. I'm pretty sure Innsbruck's like over here in one of these valleys. So yeah. What are good 3-hour-ish destinations from YYZ? Miami, Tampa, Cancun. I don't know. Could go to the Bahamas. It's a good one. Yeah. Do I have livestock? No, it's a horse farm. Lots of horses and ponies. Got maybe seen that in some reflections on the same sunshades on the 310. It's visible a person in the cockpit. I have not. Nope. Denver, yeah, it could be a good one. Great plane, my favorite among the Airbus models. I once flew from Heathrow and Cyprus, Turkish Airlines 310, year 1994. Love your 310 flights. Thanks, Captain. No worries. Air Cabrice, that's pretty cool that you got to fly on that bad boy, man. I've flown on this aircraft twice. It was all with Air Transat down to Punta Cana. Punta Cana. All right, airplane, how we doing? Still kind of bouncing around here. I think we're doing fine on the descent. We'll keep bringing this down to 9,500. As long as we're above, I'm not going to change the descent rate. I'm just going to leave, as long as we're above 15,000 at Nanit, we should be fine. I don't think there should be any issues. How long is this? What? PH? Are you a fan of the new Southwest livery? Honoring Herb. Have you checked it out? Dude, it is amazing. I haven't seen it. Yeah, haven't seen it, man. How long is this flight? I think it was scheduled for 50-something minutes. What was it scheduled for? 41 minutes. We've been airborne for 26. So, about another 15, 20 minutes we'll be down on the ground. What smoothie am I drinking? Athletic Greens. Missed out on my only chance to ride on a 310. Was supposed to be on one from Ready YYZ back in 2017, but it was changed to a 330. Ah, that sucks, George. This is a question, but did you go to Las Vegas in 2020? No. You mean for like Flight Sim Expo or something like that? No. I did not. Lowy Metar showing temps in the positive, so wouldn't expect any snow. We'll see. FPS looks good. It does, yes. Do you like to sleep on planes or watch the window? Window watching in movies. I find it difficult to sleep on planes. Unless it's like a multiple flight situation, like 8 plus 9, 10 hours, then I can maybe catch some sleep, but it's never any good sleep. You know, it's like quick, like 30-minute naps or something. How often do you miss playing baseball? I miss playing high school ball. Were you a catcher too? I was first base, third base. First and third. And then when I started playing with like 20-year-olds and I was 16, I was center field. Do you use Airport Enhance? I don't know what that is, Chris, so no. All the airports that you see me flying into, a lot of them are either freeware modded airports off flightsim.to or payware airports, so yeah. What's the weather doing in Edmonton, Dan? I didn't see in Edmonton. Weather in Edmonton, 4 degrees. Hey, nice and warm. Have you named the horse farm? I have a cool name for it. I don't know what that means. It is named, obviously, yeah, after my fiance. Her name and horse title and stuff. Rec AccuSeasons does a good job of injecting snow on the ground versus the sim. Rex uses data from satellites to figure out how it's snow covered or not, updates daily. Interesting. I think I'm going to have a look at this, John, the Rex AccuSeason. So are you saying that it'll remove the snow? So like, if like it'll remove the snow that's here, is that what you're saying? It somehow can remove the snow? Because if that does that, then yeah, that would be good. AccuSeasons is awesome. Okay, interesting. I'll definitely have to take a look at that. So, is unlimited fuel an issue with cost index? If so, I found my problem. Unlimited fuel? No, shouldn't have unlimited fuel. That's for sure. Just check. There's 100% chance for snow in Lowy. Okay. We shall see. I think it's down this valley right here. I think. There wasn't snow when I loaded in yesterday. When I loaded in yesterday and looked at the airport, there was snow on the mountaintops, but there was no snow at the actual airport. But I'm pretty sure the airport's like down here. We're gonna this valley range right here is, I believe, where we're gonna fly down. Yep, it does that in V1. Uses AccuSeason and he loves it. Okay, I'll have to take a look at that. It's warmed up to a toasty -9 here in the Rockies. Woof. Did iniBuilds say that they were going to release other engine variants for the 310? I don't believe so, the Pilot. No. I don't know, though, but I'm not sure. Real Weiberg, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Got you, Rohit. Also gives you leaves on the trees in fall. Yeah, that's cool. That is pretty cool. Do you have any favorite airports or sceneries in Microsoft Flight Sim? There's a bunch, man. I don't know if I can just pick one, to be honest with you. There's so many. All right, we actually have to start the proper descent now. We're above 15,000 feet, so let's start our descending a little bit quicker here. We want to be at 9,500 feet for RTT. So we'll continue that descent going now. Like 2,000 feet per minute should be good. We'll also start bringing back our speed. We're going to look for about 240 knots. I'm going to turn up the sounds here just a little bit for us as well. Medicine Acres may be a good name for the farm. AccuSeason's rightfully the most underrated add-on for the sim. Absolutely love it. Got some great shots of the fall leaves over the last few weeks. Interesting. Okay, I'll definitely take a look at it, guys. Thank you. I will definitely add it. I was kind of, if I'm being honest with you, I was kind of turned off by Rex with the whole Rex weather force thing. I felt that was like a big-time money grab and kind of a big letdown, to be honest with you. I had been a huge fan of Rex since like FSX, man. Rex was like one of the only add-ons that I bought for FSX when they did the clouds and they did the runway textures and stuff like that. So, yeah. You've been pushing cap plus 70 subscribers in realistic gaming is no joke. Thank you, Thabo. Appreciate that, man. Thank you, thank you. With that being said, remember, guys, if you're not already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button as well. Do me a huge solid if, of course, you are enjoying the content. Let's have a quick little look-see here. We're going to get the localizer up here, 111.1. Let's go ahead and plug that in here, 111.1. Good. And then we need a front course of 254. 254. We'll set that as well. 254. Good. That's just going to help us to track inbound properly. So yeah, it actually doesn't look like we're going to have snow because Innsbruck is right down here. It kind of looks like we have, I hope that's not snow just sitting on the runway over there at the end, but kind of looks like maybe a little bit of snow, but not really. I don't know, chat. We'll find out here in a sec. We will find out here, chat. All right, so we're doing good on the descent rate. Can chill that out just a little bit. 1,600 feet per minute. It's good. We want our speed to be back to 240. We are coming up on 10,000 feet, so obviously we want to have our speed back. I'm actually going to bring the speed back like quite a bit. We're going to look for about like 210 so that we can at least get our slats out. Slats are 245 extended. So we'll look to get that out here in a second. Speed's coming back now. We're sitting at 250 just before 10,000. So everything looks good there. There we go. And look at the views, chat, coming in. Absolutely stunning. Taking this big girl into Innsbruck. Oh, baby. Rex AccuSeason is really cool. I've been using it for a while. I think you will enjoy it, but it's another step in your already busy mornings. Why? What do you have to do? Do you have to, like, is it an external program that you have to launch, Smitty, or does it launch, like, with the simulator or whatever? Are you getting a 4000 series? I'm not sure yet. Probably not, to be honest with you. Probably not, but we'll see. All right, we're looking good. I'm going to flip this guy over to ILS. That way we can grab the localizer. Minus 13 foot per minute again, but in the 310. Oof, don't know about that one, man. Is the runway long enough for the 310? Maybe. Do you have an NVIDIA driver to the latest? I was having issues with the latest update. I am on the latest one, yes, because I've been playing Warzone. So yes, I have been. All right, we're holding at 9,500 feet. We want to be at 9,500 feet or above. So we're looking good. Not going to go any lower. We're going to go ahead and get our landing lights on. We're also going to put our slats out now, just to watch our speeds. But we're going to keep our speed at 210. Everything looks great, fine and dandy. We're going to come down here as well. We're going to go to our takeoff and approach phase. We're going to add 5 onto that bad boy, so 137. And then MDA, I don't even know if there is an MDA coming into here. Is there? To the circle to land? MDA, I guess 3,700 feet if you got it. So I guess we'll put 3,700 feet. MDA. All right, there we go. We're looking good. 9,500 feet, obviously, because we have to pass this mountain range. Got to pass these peaks at 9,500. We are on localizer, so I can hit the land switch, which should get us onto the localizer. And actually, it may even give us the glide slope as well. If it gives us the glide slope, hey, that's great. Absolutely awesome. But we'll see what it wants to do. If it picks up the glide, I'm perfectly fine with that, because we can actually descend via the glide path. If not, we'll just throw it into vertical speed and we'll just descend that way, but we'll see. It actually looks like it has picked up the glide slope as well. So that's perfect. That just made my job real easy. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this down to 3,700 feet, as that is our minimums, and that is going to be our altitude that we're going to be kind of vectoring around the airport here. So we'll plug in 3,700 feet. We're on localizer, we're on glide slope apparently, so that's good, we're looking fine. I'm going to bring the speed back now to 180. Here's the thing, before we start breaking off our turn, we want to be fully configured. So we're going to have gear down, flaps, slats, all that fun stuff. So our next speed setting is 210 knots. We have to have our speed below 210 knots in order to get the next stage out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a little bit of ground spoiler out now, just because this airplane really likes to, speed likes to get away from the aircraft quite easily. And the mountain ranges here are causing a little bit of turbulence, which is making our speed not want to budge. We're kind of hovering around 220, so we don't want that. We want to be able to get the gear down and all that fun stuff. Watch out, in glide slope mode, you will bust the 3,700 feet. Yeah, I'm going to throw it onto alt hold once we get to, actually, once we get close enough, I'm probably just going to flip it over to vertical speed and hold it kind of there. You know what I mean? I think that's what we'll do. What is the descent procedure in the 310 for an ILS? Set your base altitude and then push that down button and make sure that you're in profile mode, and then you should see P descent in blue come up right here, which stands for profiled descent, which is what you want. Gear down, flaps 15 degrees, just below the flap speed, so we're looking great. There we go. And we'll bring that speed back to 170. And there's beautiful Innsbruck in front of us, chat. Looking real good. Nice to see the airport is not snow covered, so that'll be good. Be nice. Set the QNH. Yes, you are correct. Thank you, chat. Good job on that. What was the QNH? It was 1004, 1003. 1003. Good job, chat. +1. +1 for chat today. 1003. Set. Good job. Awesome. Okay, let's go. Slats and flaps 20 degrees. And we can start working on our final approach speed today, 137. We're going to get fully configured. 137 is plugged in. Landing lights are on. Ignition switch is on. We'll get you guys on. Just going to do all of this now so I don't have to deal with any of that on final. All right, and let's go. Slats and flaps full. Actually, what I wanted to do as well is I wanted to get track IR. on. I haven't used track IR in a second. Give me 2 minutes. All right, cool. All right, sweet. And then it's... All right, cool. Now we got track IR, so now we can do a little bit of peeking if we need to. Slats and flaps are full. Everything looks great. Let's go ahead and arm our ground spoilers once again. Beautiful. I'm going to now take this into vertical speed mode. I'm going to descend us now so we get down to 3,700 feet. Look at that, dude. This is absolutely beautiful. There's the ski jump that we're aiming for, chat. So we're going to end up turning ourselves as well. I'm also going to just move my charts over on this screen so I can have a visual reference of it. We're going to look for 230 on the heading is what we want to end up turning to the left for. 230, so we'll set that as well. Beautiful, looks good. Looks like we're coming right up to our 3,700 feet, which we want to hold. Looking great. And I'm actually going to turn ourselves over to heading select now. So we'll make the left turn to 230. What's the general recommendation for airport charts and third-party apps? Navigraph, 100%. Navigraph is, I think it's, I mean, if you're not real-world flying, Navigraph is definitely the way to go. If you are flying in the real world, you could always use your, what's that chart program, chat? That's for real world. It's a little bit expensive, but it works really well. Is the circle land approach a real approach that is used in real life? Yes, correct. But it's one of those special approaches where like you have to be specially trained. Chat, you want to talk about making that turn perfect? Look at that. We are dead on the approach pathing. Good turn. Flite, thank you. Flite is a great app as well. All right, sounds are going up. Landing checklist. Gear down, 3 green. Flaps and slats are full. Slats and flaps are full. Auto brake is set to medium. Ground spoilers are armed. Important. All of the lights are on. Engines are on continuous relight. We are looking good, chat. Everything is good. Everything is fine and dandy. You can link Flite to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yes, correct. You can. Yes, you have to be specially rated to do this approach. Correct. And we are just flying over the ski jump now. If you see the ski jump, there it is right there. There's the ski jump. So we're all set up now. Coming in beautifully, looking great. We're now going to make our right turn over to 264 on the heading. So we'll do that now. Actually, we're a little bit early. Hold on. Bear with me. A little bit early. Want to fly it a little bit more towards the mountain range. That looks good. So we'll flip this over now. 265 or 260 is what we're going to flip it to. That'll be good. There is going to be a pause of the simulator here. It always happens with this scenery. I don't know what causes it, but as we approach this mountain range, there's going to be a slight little pause. Flight plan is good too, but free for the most part. Got you. There's Chart Fox as well. Chart Fox is free. You can use that one. It's a really good one. Flite is expensive. Yes, it is. Yeah. But if you fly in the real world, it makes sense to use Flight, right? Like, if you're doing real world ops and flying and stuff like that, it would definitely make sense. All right, chat. We ready to rock and roll? Let's see how this approach goes. Joystick cam's going on. I'm going to take control of the aircraft. Let's do this, chat. My airplane. Thank you. All right, we're going to maintain 3,700 feet for now. Oh shit! I gotta take auto throttle off too, don't I? Yeah, I do. It's my throttles. You have to do manual throttles because it's not an ILS approach. That is right. All right, chat. We're getting ready to make our right turn. We're gonna try and keep 3,700 feet here. Keep our speed up as well. Turn those sounds up. All right, let's do it. Start our right turn. We want to start descending now, a little bit slowly. Nothing too crazy, about 1,000 foot per minute. We want to hold the bank angle at about 30 degrees here on the turn. I'm not going to cheat. I do have my track IR on, but I'm not going to cheat. We'll do our best to try and fly this approach as realistic as possible. We're going to hold 30 degrees bank angle, and we're descending at about 1,000 foot per minute. Speed's getting a little bit away from us. I'm going to pull that back nicely now. Keep that turn coming, holding 30 degrees on the bank angle. Ooh, a little bit of turbulence rushing in there. Keep that turn coming. Speed got away from us quite a bit. Keep that turn coming. Keep that turn coming. Airport should be right in front of us any second. There it is right there. A little bit low on the slope. That's fine. Not a bad turn at all. Not our best turn. Not a bad one though. And we're 1 white, 3 red. Bouncing 4 red now. Speed's good. Altitude's good. We didn't cheat on that one either, chat, so it's good. Still a little bit low on the profile, it's saying. I don't really trust glide slopes right now. There we go. Back on track. All right, chat, remember, we're not looking for the butter here today. Just looking to put this bad boy down and get her stopped. No call-outs either, so that always makes it fun. Cut the power, hold it. Touchdown zone. Reversers, nose down gently. Decelerating. 60 knots. Reverser stowed. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome down to Innsbruck, and we even made it on the vacate. Look at that, chat. Hey. Nice. Told you guys, no butter. We weren't looking for the butter. Just perfect landing. We'll get the butter on the next one. We'll get the butter when we turn ourselves back into... Oh, wait, shit. My bad. I gotta go down here. I gotta turn on nose wheel steering. There we go. Cool. There we go, chat. Welcome to Innsbruck in the 310. Probably the second biggest airplane we've ever flown into here, right, chat? The biggest has got to be the 330 we took into here a couple years ago. But beautiful approach. Super happy with how that went. Nice, firm 200 foot per minute landing. Nothing too hard. Nothing too crazy. Not going to hurt anybody. In the touchdown zone, and we vacated perfectly onto the taxiway into the ramp. Looking good. 4 red pappies equal go around. Okay. It's okay, man. We're not flying in the real world. It's okay. It's a simulator. We're good to go, man. Crazy how fast the 310 stops. I mean, with auto brakes on medium and full reverse thrust, got to remember we're a little bit light as well. You know what I mean? So that definitely helps. That definitely helps as well. It says parking gates. I don't know where we're going to go here, chat. Let's just pick a gate, and let's go with gate 7. And no. And okay, it's going to be right there. Perfect. Sweet. We'll just do that. Cool. Let's clean up our flaps, clean up our spoilers. And APU is spooling, so we're looking good. Let's get the nose lights off. Wing lights off. Beautiful. Looking great, chat. I love the flap sound on this thing. It just sounds so ancient. Do I have FSLTL? Yes. That is what I use, correct. Think we can get her to dance today, chat? I feel like an Innsbruck landing deserves a dance. Maybe not, but... Park brake on. APU is not quite on. Get the APU down here. APU's almost spooled up. We're almost good to go. It's like a horse. Sounds like something, that's for sure. Please cut the engines. Yes, ma'am. We're just waiting for our, just waiting for the EPU to be available. We're doing a turnaround, chat. Remember that? So turnaround, we'll get it into a nice turnaround state, and then we'll get ready to reboard the passengers. APU is on and available. Good. Engine number 1 is off. Engine number 2 is off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Let's get the red beacon light to the off position. Seatbelt signs can come off. Flip all those guys off as well. Get the EPU bleed system to the on position. We'll go ahead and kill the window heat. We'll go ahead and kill the probe heats. We'll go ahead and get the fuel pumps to the off position as we are going to be refueling. That is all good there. Everything looks great up there. We'll get the strobe lights. Thought I already got those. Might have hit that by accident. Strobe lights are off, and everything looks great up there. Flip him to EPU gen. Flip him to BAT 2. Leave the ADIRs and everything up there. That's fine. Crew supply oxygen can come off as well. Everything looks fine and dandy, chat. So we'll go ahead and go GSX. We're going to request deboarding.
Deboarding requested.
Deboarding requested. Beautiful. And we'll jump outside and we'll have a little look-see at that. There we go, chat. Absolutely beautiful. A nice Austrian 310 into Innsbruck. Spicy. Spicy, spicy. Again, guys, today was just for fun. Please, I don't want everybody just going too crazy in chat. Today was just for fun. Yes, I'm aware they don't fly this aircraft in the real life. Yes, I'm aware they would never fly this type of airplane into Innsbruck. I'm aware of all of those things. Today was just for fun, man. We're just trying to have some fun. A little bit of a different. We've done so many real-world ops lately that it's just something a little bit different. But it's fun, nonetheless. Remember, guys, if you did enjoy that one, don't forget to smash down the thumbs up button. If you did enjoy that as well, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Little bit messy on the approach. I'm kind of surprised that we rolled out of that turn 4 red or 3 red, 1 white. I've always kind of rolled out of that turn high up on the profile. So that's good. I mean, I'd rather be a little bit low and kind of just level off the descent rate. But not bad. Rolling out of the turn, 3 red, 1 white. A little bit low on the profile, but nonetheless, great landing. A nice, firm, positive 215, 214. Sim Toolkit Pro has given me 213. So 213 on the landing. Great landing for me, chat. I'm super, super happy with that one. All right. Let's go ahead and start setting up the second leg. We are going back to Vienna. Always a good time. Remember, chat, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up. There was over 650 of you watching that arrival, yet we only have just over 200 likes. That upsets me. If you did enjoy the content, you would like to see more stuff like that, please don't forget to smash down the thumbs up button. Chat, show some love to the channel. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. That would be very, very much appreciated. Let's go ahead and plan our next flight. The passengers
deboarding starting.
Should actually be deboarding any second now. And it's going to be pretty quick here with the passenger deboarding because we are boarding off of the front and the back. So it makes it quite easy to do so. I'm going to plan our next flight back to Vienna. Populate all these bad boys. We are going to be 9 Golf Mike. 9 Golf Mike. Let's go with the new flight plan. AUA. 9 Golf Mike. And we're going from Lowy to Vienna. Good. We'll be back in our 310. Should we go auto passengers? We'll go auto passengers. We'll see how many it gives us. Everything is set there. I'm happy with that. Still wants us to the arrival on runway 16. That's all makes sense.
Hey Cat, been watching you since I used to fly Explain on a 2007 iMac and now have a full PC setup due to your inspiration and dedicated work to the flight sim community.
Nice.
Thanks for the great content.
No worries at all, man. Thanks for being here. Thank you for the support of the channel. I appreciate that, and congratulations on your full PC setup and you're fully able to take advantage of flight sim, man. Huge no floaties to you, dude. Thank you very much for supporting the streams. I really do appreciate that. That is extremely kind. Thank you, man. And great news to hear you on your PC, man. Great news, man. How to get the landing rate and tool tips of that Sim Toolkit Pro? No, it's LRM critic. So you can put exclamation point LRM. Thank you for flying that beautiful lady on the short, lovely route. You definitely got my sub greets from Vienna. Jojo, thanks for support, man. Appreciate that. Welcome to the team. I hope you enjoy your stay here, man. We do all kinds of fun flights like this. Thank you. Really do appreciate it, man. Thank you. Looks like they've given us 203 passengers for the return flight, chat. 203. Look at these guys in short sleeves. Rookies, man. You guys are into Innsbruck. It's got to be chilly here. Like, I swear there's going to be snow everywhere next week if we were to fly in. It would be absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Is GSX still buggy? I don't think so. How do you get top of climb on heavy division mod? I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. Atto, what's up, my man? Good to see you, dude. Appreciate you being here. Welcome, welcome. Hope all is well, man. Any plans for next week? Will you try the PMDG update? Yes, absolutely one. Yeah, that's probably the plan for next week. I don't know. When did they put out an update? Yesterday or something like that? Or Friday or something? So, by the way, Austrian did 310 flights into Lowy in real life. Damn. Well, there you go. There you go, man. You be doing any PIA ops in the 310? I'm not sure, Ark, to be honest with you, dude. I'm not quite sure. We'll have to see, man. We will have to see. We've been flying this airplane for about, what, 2 weeks now, chat? This is our second week flying it, so we'll see, man. I'm waiting at the gate for boarding. Yes, apologize. Now, do they actually board onto a bus into Innsbruck, or do they not board, like, out of the terminal? Do they not walk out of the terminal and then to it, or do they actually board on little buses? Can anybody confirm? Can anybody confirm or deny? Because I have no clue. I have no clue. Mitchell, thank you very much for the $5 donation as well. Appreciate that, man. Huge, huge, huge no floaties to you. Thank you very much for supporting the streams. Really do appreciate that. 7767 stuff soon on X-Plane or any cargo ops? Yeah. No, I don't know, man. I'm telling you, dude, X-Plane just is so unappealing right now, man. Puddle Simulator 2020. Puddle Simulator 2022. I'm just not feeling X-Plane right now, man. Well, obviously, we're going to take a look at X-Plane when it comes on full release, whenever that is in December. But, yeah, I'm just not interested, man. Just not interested, dude. Mitchell, thank you very much for the $5, my friend.
Hit that thumbs up and a little more for the excellent content.
Thank you,
Keep
dude.
it up.
Appreciate that, man. Huge snow floaties too, dude. Thank you very much for the kind words. Truly do appreciate you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Mohammed, thank you very much, dude. Coming to the 29 rupees as well. Huge snow floaties to you, Mohammed. Thank you very much for supporting the streams. Really do appreciate that, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You want to see replays for the next leg? Yes, we can do that. I'll go to general options and experimental, and I will turn on replay system so that we'll have all of that for the next flight. I will do that, man. Hey, Gab, do you have any educated guess when the 380 is? Love your streams. Keep up the good work. Greetings from Finland. I have no clue, man. No clue, dude. Whenever it's ready, my friend. I wouldn't, you know, just got to be patient, man. That's it. Laminar seems to be going down the EA type of path. No, I just think Laminar just... I think they've basically realized that there's no way that they can compete with Microsoft, so they're just doing... They're, like, doing their own thing now, and they're doing, I think, what the developers feel important. They're not really concerned about what the community feels is important. They're kind of just doing whatever they kind of want to do. Now, they've always been like that. Like, X-Plane, if you've been following X-Plane for years, you'll know that X-Plane's kind of always been about that. It's kind of this, you know, baby child of Austin Meyer, the owner of X-Plane. It's always been like a weird concoction that he's made up, X-Plane is. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. I just, for me personally, again, I can't stress this enough. If you prefer X-Plane, that is absolutely awesome. I have no problems with that. Just for me personally, it's not checking off all the boxes that I'm looking for in a flight sim. More importantly, it's not checking off the boxes in a flight sim in 2022. If X-Plane 12 had released maybe 5 to 10 years ago, sure, absolutely, probably definitely one of the better simulators, but nowadays it's just not cutting it, man. Are you playing in all players traffic or no traffic? No traffic. I usually rarely do the traffic. Yeah. Have you seen the latest Austin X-Plane videos? They are cringy. They are big time cringy. Yes. Yeah. But you know what, man? Those X-Plane fans are just eating it up, man. Gobbling it up. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Already got that one. I'm in shorts and a t-shirt and it was 0 degrees last night here. I always wear shorts and t-shirts when I'm like in my condo and stuff like that, but not outside. No, not outside at all, man. Unknown, thanks for the subscription, man. Appreciate that, dude. Thank you, my friend. You wanted to fly with me? Well, you will be able to fly with me 99.9% of the time, my friend. It is only this one flight, usually flying into Innsbruck, that I do not fly online, just because it's too much, man. One, there's not enough parking spots. Two, we have to be courteous to other people flying on the network. Innsbruck is a very popular destination for many flight sim, not only streamers, but just regular flight sim users. And I'm always cautious, and I always feel bad whenever I fly in here on VATSIM, because usually I'm bringing a group of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people with me, and it just turns into an absolute cluster, you know what. You have people landing on runway 8, you have people landing on runway 26, you have people that want to depart on 26, depart on runway 8, it just turns into an absolute shit show, man. Don't take it personally. Like I said, I fly on VATSIM 99.9% of the time. There's just that one little percentage that I always... I'm just trying to be courteous to every other user out there, man. It's not fair for somebody who doesn't know my channel and somebody who wasn't planning, you know, to see a streamer fly into an airport. It's not fair to them to just get absolutely bombarded by a bunch of people. You know what I mean? A pineapple show. Yeah, exactly. Dude, this livery looks great. I do agree with you, Steve. Yeah, it looks absolutely great, man. I love it, love it, love it. Cool. Okay, so we're just getting the rest of the passengers here boarded off. We're almost fully deboarded now. So let's jump back inside the aircraft and let's start working on some things for the next flight, shall we? So everything looks good up there. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the menu tab. We're going to go to ACARS. We're going to import our SimBrief flight plan. And you can see here that it's taking us from Lowy back to Vienna. So that's perfect. That's exactly what we want. If we go over to SimBrief, we can see that we've got a alternate airport of Lowell. So we'll go ahead and throw that in there. Where's Lowell, guys? What alternate is that? We'll plug that in there. And once it's at flight level 290, that makes sense considering we're at 300 on the way here. Our flight number on the route back is Austrian 9 Golf Mike. So go ahead and plug that in here, 9 Golf Mike. There we go. Wonderful. We'll go ahead and do some other stuff here. Let's go to our flight plan. We'll go to Lowy. We're going to go to standard instrument departures. We are departing out of runway 8. We are planning for the Rattenberg to Quebec departure. So we'll find that on the list. Rattenberg to Quebec. There it is. Beautiful. We'll go ahead and insert that. Great. And then we can scroll all the way down here. We're going to go to Vienna. We're going to go to Star. We're going to be on...
Do you want to deboard crew?
No. Crew is staying on board. Same crew for the flight back. We're planning for the ILS runway 16. We are going to be on the Nima 2 Whiskey arrival. So we'll find that on our list here. Nima 2 Whiskey. There it is right there. Beautiful. And then for our transition, this is where it becomes a little bit weird for me. I'm going to have a look at our charts here. We're going to go over here. We're going to go to this one. We're going to go to unload. We're going to go to import flight plan from SimBrief. Lowy back to Vienna. We'll import that and bring that in here. You can get removed. Okay, so on this arrival, we're going to be coming in from, I think, Abtan is where we're coming in from. I don't even know. No, we're coming in from Niemal. So Niemal, and then we're going to be down, and then it wants us at Ballad, but we need to go around in like this. And this is where I always have such a hard time flying into Vienna, looking at the arrivals. So Nima 2 Whiskey is what we are on, and then if we need to go, we need to open up the low charts. But there's a bunch of like transitions. And I have no clue which transition we should be taking here. The BAL 5 Lima, the MABE 6 Lima, the Neural 6 Lima, the PES 5 Lima. I have absolutely no clue, and I don't know how to figure this out. You guys have tried to explain this to me before, and I'm sorry if it seems like I'm stupid when it comes to this stuff, but honest to God, dude, I have no clue how I know what transition to choose by looking at these charts. It just makes no sense to me. Other than the fact that the BAL 5 Lima, I would assume from Ballad would be something that I'm looking at. So I have no clue. That's what I'm going to select. I may be completely wrong. We'll have a look at the flight plan once we get everything configured. We'll scroll through the flight plan. We'll make sure that everything looks good. But yeah, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to restart the Kutau script here for GSX. We can reload the passengers. Just go into flight plan page 2 FMC will let you see the waypoints of the flight plan, then you know which transition. True. So yeah, we'll see. Captain Riyadh, yeah, I don't watch any football, man, but thank you. 3070 with 12700K, great. Yeah, somebody said X-Plane 12 looks better than anything on the market right now. He wasn't joking about it. Hey, man, listen, dude. That's his opinion. And like I said, dude, I think at this point right now, I feel like people are just, like, they're almost forcing a difference of opinion. You know, some people love it, dude. Some people get off by you know, thinking that they have the answers to everything, and that they can be no wrong and there can be no wrong. So, hey, man, listen, it's his opinion. He's entitled to his opinion. There's nothing wrong with that. It's his own opinion. I've come to terms with the fact of I'm happy doing what I'm doing, and that's it, man. I'm not here to bash any simulator. I'm not here to tell you which simulator is better. Everybody has a different reasoning behind what simulator they prefer to use. And as soon as everybody else comes to the realization of this, I think it's just going to make the whole sim wars just that much easier to deal with, man. It's unfortunate. I don't understand. We're all here for the same reason, man. We're all here because we love aviation. We love flight sim. We all have passions for that. So it to me, it doesn't make sense why we all want to argue and, you know, like whatever you want to like, man. There's absolutely no difference, you know. It shouldn't affect the other end user. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day. So yeah. All right, cool. Let's import our Simbri flight plan. There we go. It's got 203 passengers. Beautiful. Let's go back to GSX. We're going to request boarding.
Boarding
so that's going to be
requested.
the longest part of all of this. Beautiful. Let's come down here to our electronic flight bag. Let's start punching in some numbers, shall we, chat? So, zero fuel weight today is 101.3. We are looking for 203 passengers. I'm going to pop this open. I'm going to go 203. Confirm that. Beautiful. Fuel for today's flight on the way back, it wants 8.3. Just going to bring this back a little bit here. I could see 8.4. So we'll go 8.4. And then on the cargo weight, so 101.3. So we just need a little bit of extra cargo weight. One more. There we go. One less. There we go. 101.3. Beautiful. Cool. That looks good. I'm going to apply the load to the aircraft. CG weight's going to move slightly. Everything looks great there. We've got the aircraft loaded. Everything should be fine and dandy with that. Beautiful. Let's come down here. Let's go to our NIT B page. We'll plug in some information. Both. Initial cost index today will be 25. Everything is set up there. We'll go to our next page. We'll go to our NIT B page. We can plug in some more information here. This didn't reset, which is a little bit weird, but we'll worry about that in a second. So our zero fuel weight today was 101.3. 101.3. So we'll go ahead and pop that into here. Good. This gives us a tow weight of 109.3. It's exactly what it is. 109.3. Perfect. Our CG weight today was 25.8. So go ahead and populate that into there. Beautiful. That looks good. I'm happy with that. We've got 39,000 on the cruise altitude. Wonderful. Let's go to our takeoff and departure page here. Let's go ahead and go to our takeoff and departure page over here. We're going to refresh everything on here. Runway length, far less than what we were doing before. I'm going to reset all of you. Refresh that. Good. Cool. So let's go ahead and go runway length, 2,000 meters, which is short. Runway heading, 081. Good. Winds,
Pilot's
we're
boarding
variable
starting.
at 1. So we're going to go 080 at 1 knot. Good. Outside air temperature, I believe it was 4 degrees. We'll have a quick little look-see here. Lowy, it was 2 degrees. Apologies. 2 degrees. Back to here. 2 degrees in the outside air temperature. And the altimeter was 1002. Go ahead and throw that in here. 1002. Good. We'll enter that. Wonderful. Our tow weight today was 109.3. So plug that number in. 109.3. We'll enter that. We're doing a slats and flaps, 15 degrees. Anti-ice will be off. Air conditioning will be on. And I'm going to calculate, it wants a flex of 55, which we should be good, as you see, should get us off the runway.
Crew boarding starting.
55 is a pretty low flex, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually not going to take that number. We're going to use a different number. We're going to use a little bit of a... aircraft is boarding nicely here. We're going to use a different number. We're going to use a number of probably closer to like 45, but it should be fine. We should be fine. What is the beta? So pleasantly surprised how good the 310 turned out being. The beta is for Microsoft Flight Simulator. You have to update it via Microsoft Flight Simulator, which in return should update this. We can do a toga, but who knows, man. In my honest opinion, if you need to have so many add-ons for the sim to look good, then it's not good. Microsoft Flight Simulator broke the barrier that X-Plane 12 had a chance to break. They fumbled the ball, and that's just facts. I 100% agree with that. To be honest with you, that is probably one of the most normal takes I've seen in a while. I agree, dude. And I mentioned that, you know, a couple streams ago when we were having a nice conversation about that. I mentioned that for a time, there was about 3 or 4 years from 2019 to, about 2017 to 2020, 2019, before Microsoft dropped.
Your crew has boarded.
Microsoft X-Plane was at the top, man. I mean, it didn't really get much better than X-Plane at that time, especially X-Plane 11 with all the mods that we had and the developers that were working on airplanes and stuff. It was definitely, you know, and I agree with you. They fumbled the ball. They had so many opportunities to make it just the best simulator, and I agree. And I think what really happened was, I think the release of Microsoft 2020 just completely, it took everybody for I don't think anybody was expecting it, and I think the least amount of people that were expecting it was the X-Plane team. And I think what you're seeing with X-Plane 12 is an extremely rushed product. Will X-Plane 12 eventually be something worth it? Yes, I do have faith that in a year or in 2 years that X-Plane 12 will be viable enough for it to be considered a decent simulator. Is it ever going to achieve the likes of Microsoft Flight Simulator as far as user base and content creation? And no, it will never reach that, but I think we already knew that. But I do think that it'll become a viable simulator. What I don't understand is, from the Laminar camp and from X-Plane in general, was the rush to release the simulator in its current state. I think that actually did worse off than it did any good for the simulator. Sure, you're going to have the small group of people that, you know, are thankful for Laminar Research for releasing the product the way that they did and just being able to use it and fly it. Nothing wrong with that. But I think the majority of us, you know, when we got accustomed to the way that X-Plane 11 looked with our mods and our ortho and everything in between, it looked absolutely fantastic. And then, you know, you add Microsoft Flight Simulator, which again just takes the whole realism and visuals up a completely different level. It just didn't make sense to me to release it the way that they did. I still don't understand why it was released in a beta, like, or an alpha, or early access, whatever they want to call it. It doesn't make sense to me, but hey, what do I know, dude? What do I know, you know? X-Plane was great in August 2020 when Microsoft Flight Simulator was released. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Yeah. Let's hope the runway is enough. Good luck. Should be. Hope so. Yeah, hope so. No rant time, man. There's not very many rants, dude. We're just having open discussions, man. There's a lot of discussion right now. We're a small niche market, man. Everybody's got a pretty strong opinion about, you know, either simulator right now. And I don't think that that's wrong. I think we just need to be constructive with how we approach it, you know? Coming into a stream and, you know, you come into a Microsoft Flight Simulator stream and you start ranting about how good X-Plane is, obviously there's going to be, you know, you're going to have a weird reaction to things. So just trying to have an open discussion, man. I think, like I said, I mean, you just heard it from me, dude. I think that X-Plane still has the chance to be a viable simulator. I'm just wondering if it's just too little too late, man. You know, when you see some of the stuff that's being developed for this simulator, you can't help but just, you know, sit back. Like, this airplane is free, man. And I've mentioned it before, and I'll say it again very candidly. Just you wait. If you think that this is the only thing that we're getting for this simulator that's going to blow your mind, just wait, chat. Just wait, man. It's unfortunate that I'm under heavy NDAs and I cannot just go wild with all the information that I know. But just you wait, man. That's why I have a real hard time believing that X-Plane will ever achieve what it had achieved in the past, you know? So, yeah. I saw Steam average, and there were like only 250 people worldwide playing X-Plane at one time on average. That's not, I mean, yeah, X-Plane sells different avenues, right? That's just the Steam, but yeah, man. What mods do you use for the airport traffic and stuff? This is GSX Pro. That's really all you're seeing right now. GSX Pro. It's doing all the passenger boarding and deboarding and all that stuff. Yeah. Regarding transitions, it's easy. Nimal 2 Whiskey arrival ends at Ballad. Therefore, you have to take the Bal 5 Lima Ballad 5 Lima transition. It's that simple. Just have to check which point your arrival ends. Got you. Okay, thank you, Raphael. I'll keep that in mind for next time. I feel like it's been, you know, but yeah. Wow, that visual, nothing comes close to this. You are correct. You are correct, man. Nothing is, in any simulator, has given me the sensation that this simulator gives me. I mean, this scene right here is truly just amazing, man. The fact that we're seeing 3D actual people walking, boarding onto the airplane itself, the fact that this is a free airplane, you know what I mean? It kind of, it's just like, it's such a slap in the face to what like Laminar Research gave us with their free airplane, their free 330 that is just in shambles in my opinion. Yeah, it's, yeah. Transition levels should also be in the charts. Yes, transition levels are there. Correct. Microsoft Flight Simulator had 5,000 average on Steam only. Yeah, it's night and day. Like I said, man. Regardless what you think about it, and regardless whether you like Microsoft or you like X-Plane, whatever it is, you have to admit that something like this has been, you know, at least Microsoft has opened this hobby to so many new people. And to me, that in itself is just worth any amount of money in itself, man. The amount of people that now have access to a flight simulator, and I know you're going to have the elitists, and you're going to have, oh, flight simulators don't belong on consoles, and that's where Microsoft fucked everything up. They're catering to the console. No, not at all, man. Microsoft Flight Simulator is definitely a PC first simulator, but I think they did the right thing, man, by catering to they've opened it up to a whole new genre of people, man. People that never would have been able to experience flight sim are now able to experience flight sim. And to me, that is like one of the biggest things I think that has happened over the last couple of years. Is we've opened up this hobby to so many people, and it's incredible.
The only puddles
man.
I see on this tarmac are from the XP users' tears.
Savage, dude. Savage. Kept quiet. Huge no floaties to you, my man. Thanks so much for supporting the streams, man. I really do appreciate you, dude. Thank you, man. Anybody else can't play Microsoft through the Xbox app and either download it? I have no clue, man. Yeah. Well, X-Plate is mobile, too. Yeah. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Go on the mobile experience. The fact that our hopes weren't that high for Microsoft Flight Simulator makes us love it even more. They came to take over, and they definitely did. 100%, man. I'm just excited for the future, man. I really hope that, you know, there is always that little part of me, you know, and I get it, and I understand. You know, Microsoft has abandoned the whole flight sim once before. I just really hope they don't make that mistake again. I really hope that, and I think they will. I think the numbers are there between PC and, you know, having the marketplace the way that they do and taking a percentage of all the sales out of the marketplace. I think that's going to just forward how this all works, and so we'll see, man. Yeah. How can Xbox support destroy Microsoft Flight Simulator? Because most people, well, not most people, but you have a few people out there that say because it's catering to console, or because it's available on console, we're getting a dumbed down version of a simulator. We can't ever get a true to life simulator because it's made for the console, and the console has limitations that won't allow them to whatever it may be. I don't know, man. I don't get it either, but yeah. You're doing Naples to Manchester with Jet 2. Nice. Awesome. The way that Microsoft opened the flight simming is great. The only issue I have is that I can't seem to find new rudder pedals anywhere near me at the moment. Yeah, I mean, flight sim hardware has definitely been hard to find, man. That's for sure. All right, chat, we're getting the last couple passengers on board. I'm just going to make sure we have everything configured. I think we're good to go. APU is on, so everything looks good there. We can get all of these guys back on, and we can start configuring some stuff. Everything looks good there. We'll get the fuel pumps on. Good. We've got the nav and logo lights on. APU is on. APU bleed system is on. Ignition system's off. We're on APU gen over here. Everything looks good. We got our crew oxygen supply on. Everything looks great. We're boarding the last couple passengers here. Everything is set up here. Everything is set up here. Oh, no, we didn't set everything up there. My bad. 135, 136, 141. 135, 136. And then we're going to put 141 into this bad boy. Should be good there. We're going to climb right up to our cruise altitude today, 29,000 feet. So we'll get that plugged in there as well, and we'll set up runway heading, which should be 080 or 079 as well. We'll put 080 in there. Perfect. Cool. We're basically all looking good. We are going to... what's Toga? You want to just do, well, hold on. Let's see what they want for flex. So they wanted a flex of, what was it, 55 degrees. Flex 55 is going to be 94.1. What's toga? 102. Let's go toga. Let's not waste any time, chat. Let's just go toga, okay? Can you guys just remind me that once we get airborne, to bump this back into auto, but I am going to do toga, but just remind me to bump that back into auto, because usually when you do a flex takeoff, it's in auto, so yeah. There's not really any limitations of console nowadays. Modern consoles are basically PCs. They are, 100%. Yeah. My only Xbox issue is that they implemented the B VAR and B event system in SimUpDev 5. So building a cockpit is hard to actually control every switch and button via the API. This was needed for Xbox. Interesting. Okay. So I can see what you're saying. For like the home-based users or those that want to build cockpits, it makes it a little bit more difficult. Got you. Looking to upgrade in 2023. What's that, Steve? You played Microsoft Flight Sim on a 2015 Xbox One. Gotcha. Okay. Had to step away from stream when I missed the landing. Uh-oh. Can always rewind it, man. It was nice. Nice positive 200 foot per minute landing. Yeah. And there we have it. I think we've got the final passengers on board, chat. Everything's good to go. Cool. Let's jump back inside. Master caution can come off. And I think what we're going to do, we're just going to wait. Boarding is complete. There we go. Wonderful. So let's pop open our GSX and we're going to prepare for pushback and departure. There we go. Departure clearance has been requested. The jet bridges are gone. Or sorry, these air stairs are gone. And here's our gear pin. Beautiful. Looking good. Turn our sounds back up. Wonderful. Yeah, I wish they could give us a pack. So, yeah.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Well, the main reason why, Robbie, right now is WASM. WASM is the biggest issue right now that is kind of... that's why you see add-ons that are not available and add-ons that aren't working. Beacon light is coming on, seatbelt signs are coming on, but yeah, I feel as soon as they have like the WASM figured out and all that stuff, it's going to be there, man. Yeah. Absolutely, Rapenza. I agree, man. Yeah, I agree, dude. Did I miss anything coming in here? Rapenza, coming a first class member. My apologies, man. I'm sorry that I missed that. We were in the middle of a chat. Huge snow floaties too, dude. Thank you very much for the support on becoming a member. And I hope you enjoy your stay here. Custom emojis and all that fun stuff, man. Thank you very much for support, dude. Appreciate that. Nose right, tail left. Tail left. Yes, correct.
Locking gear.
Locking gear, chat. Cool. Click you on and reporting just out of habit. Everything looks good. We're good to go here, chat. Upstairs looks great. We're sitting on APU. Everything's good. We'll get the fuel pumps on. APU bleed is on. We'll get ignition system over to B. We did A for the first flight, so we'll do B on the second flight.
Release
Beacon lights on.
brake.
He's ready to go. Let's release our park brake.
Commencing push.
Beautiful.
All engines clear. Start at will.
Wonderful. Cool. Let's go ahead and spool up engine number 2. Bring those sounds up for you guys here. Alrighty. N2 percentage is rising. Again, we can introduce fuel anytime above 22%, 22, 23% is what I usually aim for. Can you show the FPS? Yes, sorry. There we go. And we'll introduce fuel to engine number 2. Where do you take the ideas for routes to fly in the 310? Well, a lot of the routes that we've been flying have been Air Transat routes, and I just know those from being a Canadian. And that's one of the only Canadians that used to fly the 310, so nice pushback.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine. Start. You can disconnect.
A bit crazy how I've been watching for such a long time, but never a member. I could have used PayPal balance. I would have done it right now. No worries at all, man. Yesterday's pushback was awesome. Yeah, it was kind of sent us for a little bit of a spin, didn't he? All right, let's spool up engine number 1. Park brakes on. We're looking good. N2 percentage is rising. Hey, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe that the pilots of that Latam incident recently have been jailed. I don't feel that's the case, man. It has nothing to do with them, dude. Like, I mean, unless the pilot, they were cleared for departure. So I don't believe that whatsoever, man. I mean, as an airline pilot, you don't just take off of a runway, right? You take off of a runway once you've been, that was a little bit weird. You take off of the runway once you've been given departure clearance. If anybody should be in jail, it should be the air traffic controllers who cleared them to land, and then also cleared the firefighters to do a training on the runway as well. I don't know, dude. Somebody messed up. I don't think it has anything to do with the pilots, to be honest with you, but who knows, man? Who knows? But I do not believe that. I do not believe that the pilots were put in jail. Most of the time, it has nothing to do with the pilots, man. That's more of a, like I said, that seems like a human error on the air traffic controller side of things. I also don't want to speculate. I have no clue, man. But to me, that is the most common thing, I feel like. All right, let's arm nav. Let's arm profile. Let's get our ground spoilers armed. Let's go over to max RTO. We need a trim value. Let's come down here. Trim value of 1.0 up. Let's go and get that here. 1.0 up. Should be good right about there. Wonderful. I think we're good to go, chat. Ground spoilers. Set our slats and flaps. We're going 15 degrees. Come back here. We can listen to those bad boys coming down. They said that the fireman shouldn't have been there. It was the fireman's fault. Well, yeah, like I said, listen, who knows, dude? I read on a news article that the firefighters had been approved to do some type of training procedure, and that the controller simply forgot that it was going on that runway. But yeah, I don't know, man. I really don't know. Who knows, man? The news is saying that the pilots are detained in jail. That's crazy, man. The pilots were in jail for 2 days. That's crazy, man. I feel like that's just got to be some, who knows, man. Like I said, who knows, man. 1 mile at a time. 1 mile at a time has a report that they were arrested. Just crazy, man. I mean, like I said, we're never going to really know truly what happened. It's an unfortunate, obviously very unfortunate, but yeah, I don't know enough about it to comment or make any comments or assume anything, right? So, ignition system to continuous relight, packs are off, APU bleed is off. We'll get the probe heats on. We are ready to go. We'll flip him over to Gen 1, you over to Bat 1. Everything's good to go here, chat. Park brakes are released. Should be moving. Let's go ahead and taxi ourselves over to runway 8 for departure. Looks like you got both the standard and the Orbex scenery active. 2 windsocks. Yeah, you're right. I definitely don't have the default one active right now. I know for a fact that that's removed. But you're right, there is 2 windsocks right here. I just noticed that as well. I'll have to go and look, but I'm 99% sure I do not have the default installed right now. This could just be a bug with the Orbex version, because they're literally going at the same time. I don't know, that's weird. Good eye though, I think you got that. But I don't think that I have 2 sceneries, because there's not 2 taxiway symbols, there's not weird markings. I've had 2 sceneries running at the same time, and you get really weird like taxi lines and weird ass stuff going on, so yeah. Standard procedure, they have to test the pilot's blood, etc. Cognitives. Okay. Pilots were arrested and held in custody, but only until Saturday evening they've been released. Got you. Can't have been the pilot's fault, that's for sure. Also crazy what happened in Dubai a couple months ago too. 2 Emirates 777 flights that almost crashed into each other. Luckily nothing happened. It's crazy, man. Yeah. Do you control the slats and flaps separately? So they're all on the flap handle, but they're slats and flaps. So slats will always come out first and then flaps. But yes, they're controlled all off the handle. Yeah. Hey, Gab, have you fixed your FPS? Well, I'm running the beta version of this aircraft. Oof. Chat. Counting down the days till I get to fly this bad boy into here, man. A Q400. God, I hope we get one soon, chat. I hope we get one soon. One of my favorite airplanes. Full thrust, you won't overrun. Yes, we're on Toga. Toga, toga. When the 380 is going to be out, you're trying to landing it at Innsbruck? Oy, I don't know about that one, man. I don't know about that one, dude. Remember, guys, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button. We're looking for 350 likes today. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate that. We had over 650 people watching the arrival into Innsbruck, which is absolutely bananas. So thanks, everybody, for being here today. I truly do appreciate it, man. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. Again, a little bit of a shorter stream, a little bit of shorter flights here today, but just kind of making it up for the epic long haul that we did yesterday. So, all right, coming up to the runway, landing lights on, runway turnoffs, strobe lights, wing lights, all that fun stuff. Engine ignition system is on. Everything else looks good. APU bleed is off. APU is off as well. Looking good. Remember to put toga in and the auto. Yes, once we get airborne. Yeah. Gap, I meant, have you limited your FPS in the sim from NVIDIA settings? No. No. Cap, quick question. When you're not using any other scenery, do you uninstall them to get better FPS, or do you usually keep them installed? I keep them all installed, Rapenza. I have a separate hard drive. I keep all my scenery installed on a 4 terabyte SSD. So I have the simulator installed on a 1 terabyte M.2, and then all of my scenery, basically all of my scenery, I would say about 80% of my scenery is on a 4 terabyte SSD, and then I just have it linked over to the community folder. I keep all my aircrafts, all the important stuff in the actual community folder itself direct. So all of my airplanes, all like my air acts, my liveries, all that stuff. So yeah. Don't be like me and do long hauls constantly. I was flying from CPH to LAX today, but my sim crashed 9 hours in. Trying again tomorrow. Oof. It's the one thing that always tries to scare me. That always scares me, dude, about long hauls, man, is the sim. Now, I trust this simulator. I trust the simulator more than I trust X-Plane. I'll just put it that way. X-Plane and long hauls, man, I get so scared. Unless I can do it on an airplane that has an autosave, X-Plane and long hauls just don't go well together, man. They really don't. You still using the high preset? Yes, high-end preset. Clouds ultra, trees low. Got it. What's the display on the left? The speed Mach indicator on the 310. The display to the left. This one, it's your decision height. All right, chat. We need as much of this runway as possible. Cannot believe that we're about to take a 310 out of here. Fudge, chat. Fudge me, chat. This is going to be crazy, man. The sim isn't on your boot drive. No, nothing on your boot drive, man. Don't ever put anything on your boot drive. Do not install on your boot drive. Keep your boot drive for all of your OS. Hey, Kat, when are you going to fly the 777? As soon as PMDG releases one. Because I'm not flying the Captain Sim. All right, chat. Beautiful lineup. We're looking great. I'm going to come down here. Remember, if you guys are having trouble like I am controlling the aircraft, my rudder pedals are very sensitive. So what I like to do is I like to turn the nose wheel steering off when I get onto the runway. I look to see if I could bind this to a button on my joystick. You can't, unfortunately. So I just always like to turn it off. If you're like me and you're having issues with the aircraft, I find it's a little too sensitive when I leave it on. My nose ends up like doing this thing all over the place. So, all right, chat. Well, only one thing left to do. Let's do it. I'm going to hold brakes until we're ready to go. All right. So, brakes are down. Throttle's up to 40%. Chrono is on and reset. Is it on? Yes, chrono's on and reset. Sounds are up. Let's go, chat. Toga. Brakes are off. Let's go. Takeoff power is set. Full toga. Oh, baby, she is rocking and rolling. Airspeed's alive. Oh, yeah, we're getting out of here, chat. No problem. No problem, chat. 100 knots. V1. Rotate. no problem. Positive rate, gear up. We had her trimmed out beautifully too. Yeehaw! Out of here like a lightning bolt. Alright, flip this back to auto. It's going to bring it down to climb. We'll go flaps clean. Bring that nose over. Let's go ahead and lock our gear. Good. Nose lights come off. Runway turn-offs come off. Wing lights come off. Beautiful. Wants to really excel in that climb profile. Holy. We are climbing like a bat out of hell. Climbing at 4,000 feet per minute right now, chat. Don't like that that's there, so we're just going to bring that off. I hope to do something with the wind sounds. I do agree, the wind sounds are a little bit too much right now. It sucks that I have to control all volume. I can't just turn wind sound down. I'm keeping slats out as well, guys, all through this climb right now. Because we got to get ourselves up above these mountaintops, 9,500 feet. Feet a minute, no problem. No problem, chat. All right, autopilot's coming on, coming up on 9,500 feet. Bring you guys back up into the flight deck. Very nice departure, my friends, out of Innsbruck. Climbing like an absolute rocket ship. Yes, yes. There is 10,000 feet. Landing lights off, ignition system goes off. Everything else looks good. I'm not quite sure where it wants to accelerate. It's showing 180 until this waypoint here. So it's keeping 180 knots till that waypoint, probably because we got to get up and above all the mountain ranges out there. But we've done that properly, so we're looking good now. Can't believe the auto trim sounds alarmy. What happens if the real alarm goes off? Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's such a crazy noise, dude. Such a crazy noise. Sure how long it's going to expect us to hold 180 knots. There we go. Speed's coming back down nicely now. Sorry, speed's going up nicely now. We can get our slats. Once we get up above 200 knots, we'll get slats clean. Glad you didn't pull an XP72. No. I don't think you'll see very much of that here, my friend. Practice is key around here. Practice makes perfect. Remember what I always tell chat. Practice makes perfect. All right, let's get our slats up. Slats are retracted. Beautiful, and overhead panel looks great. We'll release the seatbelts as well. Let the flight attendants start the in-flight services. And there we have it, chat. A beautiful departure out of Innsbruck. Absolutely beautiful, my friends. Yes. How do you connect SimBrief to the 310? ARC in the McDo. You put it into the menu page, and then you just insert it in there, man. It's super easy. Very, very easy. Just tested the latest version yesterday. DLSS isn't worth it when you have a great setup, but in VR, in quality preset, it's a literal game changer. Also finally added a world scaling cursor. Awesome news. Great. Very, very cool, man. Very, very cool. Such a great plane and for free. It's mind-blowing, dude. Absolutely mind-blowing that this aircraft is now a free aircraft. It's pretty crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. All right, those are off. Gears up, off, locked. We're in auto, which is good, and it's throwing us in climb mode, which is good. We've got 29,000 feet plugged in. Heading mode doesn't matter anymore. We're following the flight path. One thing that I did want to check, though, I want to check the flight plan, and we're going to kind of step through this here. Just wanted to make sure that this all looks good and it's normal. We're not doing anything crazy. Seems exactly the way that we should, and then we're into the runway, and then that's our go around if we need to do that. Cool. Everything looks fine to me there. Fine and dandy. Looking good. We're coming in. I am just going to update the weather here. Just want to have a quick look. In Vienna, winds are 160 at 7 knots. Cavet conditions, so blowing right down the runway. We'll update that just to see if anything changed. 180 at 6, 1006, so perfect. Looking good on all of that chat. Looking real good, my friends. Turn this down a little bit. Don't need that. And we didn't have really time for tunes on the last flight, so we'll get some tunes bumping for this flight. I do want to switch that out, though, so bear with me for a sec. I'm going to put you on. I'm just going to relaunch landing rate monitor, LRM. Make sure that that's good and connected, which it is. Beautiful. Cool. Sweet. Do you ski at all? I used to snowboard. Yeah, I haven't snowboarded in years, but... Hey, Captain, getting Microsoft Flight Simulator now, and I have a doubt. Is it possible to get the sim without Xbox app? I mean, just install it directly on my PC, not via the Xbox app. Yeah, if you buy it through Steam. If you're on PC, you should have Steam, right? Do it through Steam, man. If you do it through Steam, you can limit... You still need an Xbox, like, login, but your Windows login is what I use, so, yeah. Using the Bravo throttle, the Airbus throttle for this plane. The Bravo throttle. Just like I would like my Boeing. Yeah. Lots of switches and stuff? Absolutely, Frank. Yeah. Spoilers? Yeah, we got those. Got all that stuff. Probably the best update since the beginning of the sim. Helicopters still need love, but the 310 is something. Yeah, it is. I agree. Yeah. Did you see the Easter egg with the old version of Microsoft Flight Sim, or Flyable in Planes, a working title? Yes, I did see that. Pretty cool, man. Pretty damn cool. Cool, don't these mountains just make you want to get on the snowboard? Yeah, yeah. Be pretty crazy, man, ripping down some... I wonder how many, resorts and, like, ski resorts and stuff there are in here. Probably a ton, man. Is the Steam version better than the store? I prefer it, Carmel, but that's personal preference, right? It sucks that Aerosoft is not releasing the A330 this year. Have they confirmed that it's not going to be out this year? I haven't heard any confirmation. I still heard that they were still working on a lot of things, but I haven't heard any confirmation whether they were going to release it this year or not, so I don't know. I've fallen in love with the livery of the 310. It is beautiful, man. The old school Austrian livery, it is great. I agree. It looks really good on this airplane, too. I like the little chevron. It looks awesome, man, especially like on the wing here, too, a little bit. It's nice. Can you only get the 310 from the in-game store? Nope. Wait. No, it should come with the simulator now. I think they said that it's unlikely. Okay, got you. Ecap, been a little bit since I joined. You enjoying flying this beauty? Have you ever climbed to flight level 100 that quick? Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Especially when you leave the flaps out, dude, or the slats out. This thing goes crazy, man. You saw that FS Realistic is on sale for $20. Is it worth it? FS Realistic? Absolutely, Anthony. Hands down, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Very much. Very much worth it. Now, I don't think I did standard barrow, which I'm going to do now. Also flip you back to you. Now we actually have a proper, like, yeah, we're going to be cruising for like 80 miles, which actually is like a proper descent. So there we go. Raw Dog, what's up, my man? Good to see you, dude. Appreciate you being here. Welcome, welcome. Hope all is well, my friend. Hope you're having a great Monday. Favorite aircraft? I don't know if I have one, man, to be honest with you. I'm an av geek, dude. I love them all, to be honest with you. Do you turn on VSync? No. LAX, what's up, my friend? Good to see you, dude. Appreciate you being here. Guys, can you give me 2 minutes? I'm going to get some water and take a quick little bathroom break. Bear with me here. I'll be back in less than 5 minutes. Alrighty, chat. Sorry about that. We are back. Got my nice water. Wonderful. Henry, thanks for the subscription, man. Appreciate it, dude. So some people mentioned the Q400 when I had it on mute. Is one coming out? I hope so. There's been no official word or anything, but no, we saw a Q400 when we were taxiing. And I said, hey, I hope we get one of those sooner than later. So about 30 miles till our descent here, chat. And if we have a quick little look-see on our map, I believe that we need to intercept at 5,000 feet. So we're going to take this down to 5,000 feet. And what we'll do is we'll sit that. And then for those of you that were wondering, all you have to do is you press this little down arrow. And then again, you should see P descent in blue. And then that stands for profile descent, which means that when you hit your little top of descent right here, the aircraft should descend. Fingers crossed. What does the Steam version of Microsoft Flight Simulator seem better than the Xbox app one? There's really no difference. It's the same simulator. I just prefer the file structure of using Steam. It's a little bit easier for me. You mentioned the overpowered engines of the 310, but they're the same as used on the 747-200. Saw one live at a RAF Royal Air Force Museum in England, and it's a massively huge engine. They're huge. Yes. What if we don't want to be in there, Daniel? Hecap, what is the biggest plane allowed at Lowy? I think it's a 7.5, 2E-Jet 7.5s. I think, but... Hecap, is a terabyte good for this sim? How much would it last? Depends how much you want to add to it, man. I've got, pardon me. I've got probably close to 2 terabytes of stuff already for this sim. Terabyte and a half. So it really depends. Really depends. Man, I'm hungry. Those are hunger hiccups, chat. I'm hungry, but there's not enough time to eat because I'm pretty sure we're starting our descent. So we'll just have to eat afterwards. Does LaGuardia have 7.5s? I think so, yeah. So the 310 is too big for this airport? Yes, in real life you probably would never... Although somebody was saying in chat that they used to fly it into there. Somebody was saying Austrian used to take their A310s into Innsbruck, so... I don't know. You got it, Thompson Spotter. Yes, sir. That's what I meal prep, man. I make 10 meals a week. I meal prep 10 burrito bowls. Yeah, meal prepping is a real easy way to make sure you're not only getting the right intake... You're not overeating, but it just makes it super simple, man, to just throw something in the microwave and heat it up. You know what I mean? Damn, that's crazy, Daniel. You got this thing in Innsbruck? How? Professional. Dude, we even stopped it before we even stopped it right on time. We're perfect. Perfect. Innsbruck when the fly-by-wire 380 comes out? Oh boy. I don't know about that one. Only 175 flies into LaGuardia, and it's trumps LaGuardia's Embraer, CRJ's A320 family, and Boeing 7.3s. Oh, well, there you go. How can you get the beta build of the 310? If you're on Steam, right-click on... if you're on Steam, right-click on Microsoft Flight Simulator, go to Properties, and then go to Betas. And select the beta from the list here. That is how. Super simple. Oh wait, you guys can't see that. My bad. Go to Steam. Right click. Go to Properties, Betas, and select the list. It looks like this. Flight Sim Beta, Sim Update 11. And that should be it. Innsbruck with the 380 is for amateurs. I want to see Pero in the 380. Jesus. Imagine that, dude. How do they have 2.5 terabytes of stuff for the sim? I just can't imagine it. Care to explain? You realize I'm sponsored by almost every single scenery developer, right? Like, it's at the point now where I don't really buy that much scenery. It's just sent to me. Like, I have Orbex's entire catalog for... Dude, I have hundreds of airports. Hundreds. Literally hundreds of third-party airports. Yeah. I just got sponsored by another... I forgot their name. MK Studios, but there was another one that just reached out to me as well, that are sending me all their products. So yeah, I have lots and lots and lots and lots of scenery, man. Yeah. What is my arrival runway? Runway 16 is what we're planning, unknown. Yeah. What food is disgusting to you, not disgusting enough for you not to eat it? I don't know, Eddie. I'm a pretty big foodie, dude. I mean, there's certain things like Brussels sprouts. I can't do Brussels sprouts, man. That just, I don't know, man. I can't do Brussels sprouts. There's other things. I'm not that big into like fish or like sushi and stuff like that. I can't do much of that. Beets. Oh my God. Beets are like the biggest no-no. Remember, chat? Beets. Can't do beets. Yeah. ACAP morning at home. Didn't go to school today because I'm sick, but I jumped on your stream to entertain myself. Flight student Cameron, good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Fly with Pascal. Thanks so much for support, man. Appreciate you, dude. Huge no floaties. It'll be interesting to see how Amy reads this one out. Thank you for your support, sir. Coming in with the 7 Swiss francs. Guys, let's get some love in chat. Thank you very much, man. What are Beats? Oh, Beats are just terrible, man. What's the next airliner that will come out for Microsoft Flight Sim? Probably the Aerosoft 330. Could also be the 737-900 by PMDG.
MATE. MMATTEE. Love you, bro.
All right. That was far better than I thought it would be. Fly with Pascal, thanks for support, man. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you. You are British. Nice. I am Canadian. You don't know what beets are, though? B-E-E-T-S. Beets. Oof. Terrible, dude. Cap, can I go to the long haul if my PC only has 3 fans? How many fans does your PC have? It should be fine, Randy. I have 3 in the front, 1 exhaust in the back, and then I have my water cooling up top, which has 2 radiator fans exhausting out. And then obviously CPU water cooled, and then the GPU has 3 fans as well. 737-900 will be another few weeks most likely. I thought they were in testing last week. Who knows, man? Like I said, who really knows? My wife goes through food phases. When's the last time? Ate a lot of beets. The container tipped and leaked all through the fridge. Looked like a serial killer had been in there. Oh, dude. Yeah, can't do it, man. Nice, Daniel. They're not charging $70 for each variant. JKB, what are you talking about, man? It was... I forget what the pricing was, but it was like $30 for their 600, and I'm pretty sure the 900 is going to be priced comparatively as well. But I think it's $60 for the 700, $60 for the 800, $30 for the 600, and now everybody's thinking it's going to be between 30 and 40 for the 900. Yeah. Really want a 7.5? Yeah, 7.5, 7.6, 777. I'd love to just get a 7.5 and a 7.6 so we could do some FedEx ops, to be honest with you. Or a decent MD-11, because the MD-11 that came out the other day is just not good. Not good at all, chat. All right, we're descending nicely. We're on our V deviation path. Everything is looking great. Altimeter here. Where does that happen? 10,000 feet. So 10,000 feet, and we're going to update the METAR here. Really like that they've added this. Winds are now slightly variable, but they're showing 180 at 3, and the altimeter is still 1006. So that's looking good. If we open up our charts here as well, chat, we can kind of get everything done. 108.5 is what we're looking for on this. 108.5. 108.5 on the ILS frequency. Good. And then our ILS course will be 159. So plug that in, 159. Good, 159 is set, 108.5 is set as well. Everything looks good there. And we should have to set our minimums. We'll come down here to the MICDO, go to the takeoff and approach page. Statewi dropping the $50 donation. Unbelievable, dude. 797 on the minimum, so it doesn't matter. We're not getting any call-outs right now, but we'll throw that in there. 787, and we're going to do a wind correction of 5 knots. Beautiful. Statewi, huge enough floaties to you, man. Thank you very much for the $50 donation, guys. Please, please, please get some love in chat for Statewi. That is unbelievably kind, man. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you, my friend. I feel like you're at 200 now, aren't you? I'm going to put you on the board for 200. I feel like you got to be at 200 now, man. Like, I really feel like
Stabilizer motion, stabilizer motion.
Stabilizer motion. Stabilizer motion. Just got a bunch of call-outs. Stabilizer motion. Thank you for the support, my friend. I appreciate you as always, Statewi. Unbelievably kind. Guys, I hope you guys are showing some love and chat for Statewi. You're definitely up at 200 for the month, so thank you much, my friend. I appreciate you, dude. And getting on the leaderboard before the end of the month. There we go. That's good. Thanks, dude. Appreciate you, my man. Canada has to play against my country in Belgium soon. Is that today? Does GSX refueling constantly break, or is that a me thing? Honestly, JQB, if I'm being honest with you, dude, don't use it. Don't use it, man. Use the whatever, the weight and balance of whatever aircraft. Use the PMDG fueling system. Use the Phoenix fueling system. Use this. I have never used the fueling system of that, to be honest with you, man. I don't trust it whatsoever. I think I like tried it once and I was like, yeah, no thanks. Yeah. They play on Wednesday? Got you. Got you. Apple Point, what's up, my friend from Germany? Appreciate you being here. Good day, man. I hope all is well. Remember, guys, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up. We're looking for 350 likes on today's stream. Hopefully we were able to do it. Thanks, everybody, for being here. I appreciate y'all. I know it's Monday, busy day. Thanks for being here. Already past 350? Hey, there we go. Thanks, chat. Appreciate you guys. Can we go for 400? Oof. Spicy. 400 on a Monday for such a short stream? I don't know, chat. Can you guys also remind me that I do have the replay system up so we can record this arrival? For some reason, for when I press the load the Phoenix, it calls automatically the GSX fuel. So Leonardo, that's a pretty easy fix. If you go to GSX, I don't think I can open it right now. Maybe I can open it right now. I don't think I can. I'll show you afterwards. Remind me when we're on the ground. There's just one setting that you have to turn off, Leonardo. It's pretty simple. It's in the GSX settings. You just have to turn it off, man. Pretty simple thing. Yeah. Start of the work week and already getting, oh boy, excuse your French. Yeah, we'll leave that one. PG-13. I think that's slightly above PG-13. Is the Airbus side stick worth it? If you fly a lot of Airbus, absolutely. Absolutely, yeah. 20 more likes for the 400. Oof, baby, let's get it. Just waiting to see Argentina play Denmark as well. That'll be a good one. Who's the favorite, chat? I don't watch enough football or soccer, so who's the favorite this year to win the World Cup? Are there like favorites? Are there betting favorites, or is it just obviously there's, you know, I'm not talking about your favorite. I'm saying who are the pros? Who are the betting pros saying is going to win? Cap, I didn't know you saw this message yesterday, but will you ever use Rex Weather Force again? Probably not, Michael. No, it's not worth it, dude. I am going to check out Rex AccuSeasons, though. I've heard AccuSeasons is worth it, so I'll take a look at that. Argentina or France? Okay. Do you prefer flying with a yoke or a side stick? Really depends. Fake salmon. It depends on my mood, I guess, man. I mean, for me, having my Airbus setup is a lot easier because I have it literally on my keyboard holder, and I get to just sit here like this, right? Hand flying, I probably prefer flying on a yoke. I find it's more fun to fly on a yoke just because I feel like there's a lot more manual input going on. You know what I mean? So, yeah. France or the Netherlands? Okay. The World Cup always produces some nonsensical results, so betting on it would be ill-advised. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I agree. Someone said England, it's coming home. Haven't they been like somewhat decent over the last couple of years? Chat, what is this? Is this another airport? It almost looks like a gliding airport or something. Or is this like an old airport? Was this like the old airport or something? What is that? It definitely doesn't look like a current airport. Or maybe it's a gliding airport? Weird. It is gliding? Got you. Chicken. 6-2 today, England, Iran. Decent match, okay. Alright, there's 10,000 feet. Landing lights, engine start switches to continuous. And we'll ding the cabin to let them know we're on final approach. Canada plays Belgium Wednesday at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 Western, or Eastern, sorry, got you. No joke, I live in Innsbruck. Very cool, kid. You're lucky, man. They are really common in Austria and Germany. Got you. I looked it up. The odds are in France's and Argentina's favor. Okay, favor. That makes sense. What is the better, Microsoft Flight Simulator or X-Plane 12? Everybody's going to have a difference of opinion, man. It really depends what you use it for. In my opinion, and what I prefer is Microsoft Flight Simulator. But everybody's going to have a difference of opinion, man. Is that what that was, Raphael? That was the iCal for that one? That must be really cool, man. You probably get some really great thermals. Chat. This one's pineapple cake. It's literally called pineapple cake. That just pushed my pineapple in. Holy hell. Ooh, spilling water all over myself now too. Oh boy. That's weird, Ark. I'm not quite sure, man. What's the plan for Thursday? I'm not sure yet. I'm honestly not sure yet. It's either going to be more A310 ops or going to be in the 737, taking a look at it. Probably in the 737, but we'll see. Gap, have you noticed that the aviation community has gotten more toxic over the years? No. I wouldn't say toxic. I just think that it's growing at a really strong rate, and I think no matter what, anything that grows at that type of rate, you're going to have some bad apples, some sour apples. And I said it the other day in stream, listen, dude, there's a lot of Microsoft Flight Simulator users that are obsessed with going on X-Plane videos and commenting about how trash of a simulator it is, and vice versa, man. So, I don't know. Man. Gotta love the 7.3, yes. Pineapple cake, yes, sir. Would you say full of people who don't understand the history of Flight Sim 2? I would say full of people who don't understand. Yeah, because there's so many new people, man, right? Yeah, so many new people, dude. Next week we're in North America. We are, yes, correct. I feel like there are way more trolls. Well, that's always been a thing, dude. For whatever reason, I'll never understand why somebody would troll on, you know, like VATSIM or Microsoft Flight Sim. It boggles my mind, dude. I wish I had the time of day that these kids had, man. Holy hell. Alright, ground spoiler armed. We're going to go auto brakes to low. If we have a look-see here, hide that. If we have a look-see at the airport, we are landing on runway 16. We've got tons of room here, almost a 12,000 foot runway. So definitely going to be going for the butter today, chat. We're not going to float it, but we're definitely going to be going for the butter today. And then we'll hopefully vacate on, if I had to take a guess, we'll be on Bravo 8. Maybe Bravo 10, but we'll aim for Bravo 8. And we're going to be taxiing back to the same position that we were at. I believe that's where the flight went to. I'll look at the real flight. See where they went. So they went to a different gate, so we'll go to that one. They went to Hotel 48. So we'll look for that one. Hotel 48 is where the real flight went. So we'll try and get there. It's a 3,600 meter runway. It'll have a long touchdown zone. There's no such thing as floating on a runway that long. See? There you go. We're gonna, are we going to fly Alaska Airlines? Yeah. We've flown Alaska quite a bit. We'll definitely be back to flying it for sure, man. For sure. It's a little bit windy up here, getting bounced around. Very weird arc. I didn't have any issues, man. I'm sorry that you're having to go through some stuff like that. But yeah. Some Alaska Ops when the 900 comes out. Yes, aren't they like one of the? They're like one of the biggest operators of the 900, correct? Yeah. Yeah, I agree, Real Weiberg. It's all about the entire approach, right? Like, listen, man, if you're consistently putting it at 200 feet per minute, but you're dead center line, dead in the touchdown zone, nothing wrong with that, dude. That's perfectly. Those are great landings, you know? Your A310 is running 20 to 30 FPS, even though I have a good PC. Reese, good to see you back, man. It's been a hot minute. Yes, it is. There's a major performance issue with it right now. You can go on to the beta, Reese. If you're on Steam and you can go on to the beta and you should gain like 10 FPS. If not, you'll have to wait for the full release build, which hopefully we're going to get sometime this week. I have no clue. Yeah, we'll have to wait. Will you get the 900? Yes, absolutely one. Yeah. Would love the Alaska 737 in the More to Love livery. 100%. Yeah. US flies US coast to coast Seattle to MCU in the 900 ER. There you go. Very cool. Rusru Vodka, thanks so much for support, man. Appreciate you, dude. Says, hello, what is your honest opinion on the RTX 3080? I love it. I love it, man. I think it's a great graphics card. Yeah. No complaints, man. At least with mine. Yeah. Hey, Cap, just a question. What rudder pedals do I own? I own the Thrustmaster pendular rudder system. Anzi, you can put !TM in chat. Thanks so much again, Rusty Vodka. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we're already at 5,000 feet, which is great. It still wants us to intercept at 5,000 feet, so that's good. I just don't think we're going to end up flying the whole path out. I'll end up vectoring us back in. But yeah. Does anyone know why I have low FPS when I'm landing? Maybe some of your settings are turned up a little bit too high? I don't know. Hey Cap, we ever get to see some more X-Plane 11 and 12 content? Not right now, man. Maybe when X-Plane 12 drops, when we get the full release of X-Plane 12, we can have a look-see. But if I'm honest with you, man, right now I don't have a lot of reasons why I to fly X-Plane, man. There's nothing that's really drawing me. The only aircraft that like I would want to fly would be the Q400 right now. It's the only thing that like, man, I wish we could fly a Q400, you know? Like, that's pretty much the only airplane, so. Not to correct you, I said Alaska Air, not U.S. No, I know, I said you said Alaska flies U.S. across the U.S., right? Is that what you said, I think? Toast, thanks for support, man. Appreciate you, dude. Welcome aboard. Glad you're enjoying the content, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, chat. Down here, we're looking good. I've got all this set up. 138 on the approach speed today. MDA set. Again, we're not going to have any callouts, unfortunately, right now. Another thing that I can just let everybody know, if you do want to move to the beta build, there is a bug right now where you're getting no callouts. So you don't get the 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, retard, 5. You don't get any of that right now. So just keep that in mind. Which can make that landing definitely much more difficult, 100%. You do 737 flight soon? Yeah, I think maybe next week we'll be back in the 7.3. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Never had low FPS. It's happening to me now. Might be the servers. I don't know. You flying into a new airport, like a third-party airport or something like that? I don't know. Asobo announced the ATR is releasing in March, very similar to the Q400. Yes, absolutely one. I'm excited for that one, man. That's still 4 months away, though. 5 months. 5 months? 4 months. How did you install the Dubai overhaul? I don't know if I'm doing it wrong. Honestly, I just dragged and dropped the folders, Arc. Drag and drop, man. Super simple. Drag and drop those folders, my man. Do you use an external McDo for anything besides the 7.3 CD you have? No, that's the only one I use it for, Statewi. Is the 7.3. Z7.3. I want to get charts open here. Taxi. Parking stands. Yes, populate you. Good. Cool. All right. Sweet. We're looking good. We're getting slightly above glide slope now, so let's go ahead and give ourselves a nice turn here, chat. What is our current heading? Current heading is about 335 or 340. So a 90-degree left turn is going to put us at 250. So we'll do a 90-degree left turn to 250. I'm going to start bringing back the speed here so I can get flap 1 out, or slats, sorry. So we'll go 210 on the speed. Turn the sounds up here so you guys can hear everything a little bit better. See, no need. We're flying offline especially, so there's no need. That would have added an extra, 25 miles onto our flight plan if we had flown that full. We'll just pretend like we're getting vectors by ATC. There's nothing wrong with that, chat. Remember just to always, if you're going to vector yourselves in 90-degree turns. There's a reason that they always told you being a pilot, you're required to know a little bit of math. You're going to want to do quick math on things. So we just made a left turn at 90 degrees. Now what we're going to want to do is essentially, you want to try and line yourself up with at least a 45-degree angle to intercept localizer and glide slope. So 45 degrees off 250. Obviously, it's going to be 205. I like to bring it back a little bit more. I think 30 to 35 degrees for intercept is actually a much better intercept. That's me. But I always like to give myself a little bit of a different heading. But what we're going to do here is we're just going to go direct to Whiskey 671. So I'm just going to go direct. I'm going to go Whiskey 671. I'm going to insert that. I'm then going to arm nav once again. It's going to make the left turn for me, and then I'm going to arm the land button, which you can see Cat 2 illuminates, and we've got localizer and glide slope now. Hopefully we didn't, I'm pretty sure I was a little bit late on that. I might burn us through the localizer here, but don't worry, it's fine. We've got lots of time. Slight burn through the localizer. That's my fault, not the aircraft's fault. I just started turning it a little bit too late. No more than 30 degrees for intercept. You can do that for sure. I've noticed that, like I said, I find like the sweet spot is like 30 to 40 in between there. I have some controllers that'll intercept me on a 45-degree angle. You know what I mean? It depends sometimes, man. I think it also depends what airport you're flying into. All right, we're going slats 15 degrees. And we're going to start bringing our speed back down to 190. Localizer is captured. We've got Loc Star. We're just waiting for Glide Slope Star now. And that should be coming any second. We're going to pay attention to it. I'm actually going to set up just in case it misses it. Nope, it captured Glide Slope Star. All right, cool. So we're good on that. Glide Slope Star has captured. Let's go flaps 15 degrees now. Bring our speed back down to 180. And we'll hold that. We're on a 13-mile final, so everything's looking good. Did you put the whole file into the community folder? Yeah. The whole file folder, yeah. How would you try to keep speed of 200 or less while intercepting? Yeah, I mean, everybody's going to have their own, you know. I like 210. I find like 210 is a good speed. I also fly a lot on VATSIM, so I try to keep my speed up, right? One of the things that I've noticed on VATSIM that happens very frequently is people will get to like final approach speed like 15 miles, 12 miles, 10 miles out. There's no need to be that slow at such a distance from the airport. I always tell you guys, fully configured by 5 miles. Flaps down, gears down, speed is set at 5 miles. If you're fully configured, you will never have any issues. That's what you should be aiming for. I find it's especially flying on VATSIM, people are, 15 miles out, they're gear down, flaps full, doing 140 knots, Thank you, Arnie. Still a little bit too soon, but thank you, Arnie, for having that in there. Let's go gear down. We're 9 miles out now, chat. I'll bring the speed back down to 170. Again, we'll just come down here and confirm our speed. It was 137, so everything's looking good there. Flying on VATSIM seems so stressful. It can be and it can't be. It depends where you're flying, what you're doing. Like, don't go like don't do like an FNO, a Friday night fly-in or something, and expect it not to be stressful. It's going to be insane, All right, slats and flaps 20 degrees. And we are currently 7 miles out. We're going to get fully configured now, so 137 on the speed. We'll plug that in, 137. We are doing a full ILS today, so we do not need to worry about auto throttle. It will cut itself at 20 feet, or 30 feet, I think it is, 30 feet or 20 feet. Q&H, yes, I forgot that twice. You believe that? Forgot that twice today. I'm telling you, man, it's flying in Europe. It's not setting it at 18,000 feet that absolutely just sends my brain array. I forget it, man. If I don't set it at 18,000 feet, I literally forget it. That's what happens. 1006, thank you. We've got it set now correctly. Let's go slats and flaps full. And now we will start the recording as we are on a 5-mile final. Recording is now in. And there is the proof in the pudding. 5.1 mile DME, and we are fully configured. That's what you want to have, chat. 5 miles, fully configured, ready to rock and roll. That is what you would like to see. Let's get our nose lights on, runway turnoffs, and our wing lights. We don't really need them, not really going to worry about that. We'll ding the cabin one last time. There we go, good. And we're just waiting to see some, it's like really foggy or hazy right now. Yeah, it is, GM. It's really difficult, man. For me, the most difficult thing is flying between North America in 1 week and then over here at Europe, where their transition levels are just all over the place, man. I don't think there's one country that does the same transition level. It's crazy, dude. All right, I got visual. I see the lead-in lights. Joystick cam's going on. Enjoy the arrival, amigos. I'll catch you down on the ground. Landing checklist, gears down 3 green. Flaps and slats are full. Ground spoilers are armed. Auto brake set. All of the lights are on. We're looking fine and dandy. Let's do a chat. My airplane. Beautiful. Turn the sounds up for you. Enjoy. Slope, we'll bring the nose down just a little bit. There we go. Back on track, 2 white, 2 red, short final. Nose down gently. Reversers, decelerating, reversers are stowed. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back down to Vienna. Perfect day of flying, my friends. Perfect day of flying. Vacate to the right. I think this is exactly what we wanted to vacate to. about the no callouts? Yes, no callouts. Trust me, it's a lot difficult for me as well. It's very difficult to kind of judge. I'm basically just using like depth perception at that point, right? Like I'm trying to, yeah, it's good. All right, and we did make vacate via Delta 8. So good job, chat. That's exactly where we figured. Oh yes, that's right. I need to turn my nose wheel steering on. I'm gonna always forget about this for a while. Nose wheel steering is on now. Wonderful. Cool. Let's go ahead up top here. We'll stop the recording. Good. We'll play that when we get to the gate. Let's go ahead and get our landing lights off. Nose light to taxi. Strobe lights off. Runway turn-offs off. Wing lights off. Engine ignition system off. Go ahead and clean up the flaps. Clean up the spoilers. Listen to those beautiful sounds. There we go. Oh, apologize. That's what happens when you're on a wing view. And master start switch on the EPU can go on. And there we go, chat. Another successful day of flying. Absolutely awesome. Really, really cool. Really happy that we're able to take this bad boy into Innsbruck. A lot of fun. Ah, yes, the GSX. What issue were you having again? Just so I can remember. Gates. Oh shit, are we even gonna be able to remember the gate chat? What was it? Gate Hotel 48. Shit, I don't know if we're gonna find this chat. Hotel 48. Nope. Okay. Let's go parking. Ah, yes. Alright, 48 Hotel. Better be on here. 48 Hotel. Yes, it is. Good. No. Beautiful. Cool. Sorry about the hassle. I didn't install the files properly. Problem solved. No worries at all, man. Nope, no worries. How about cozy watching a Microsoft Flight stream early in the morning? Feels nice. Can you get one of those lead cars? You can. Do you have a profile for each of the airports downloaded? I do for a lot of them, yeah. 310 was able to land at Innsbruck. The 310. I was landing in Innsbruck a few times. Some years ago, the biggest airplane that's ever landed in Innsbruck was the A330. There you go. Very cool. Where the hell are we, chat? We're all the way down here. I think we're going to... Yeah, Hotel 48 is there. Alright, so we're going to want to go into the left. Not now. I think we're over by these guys, right? What is this? This is Whiskey 2. Where do we want to go in? Whiskey 2. Yeah, we do want to go in here. I think I see GSX over there waiting for us. I do. Alright, cool. Airport's kind of bugging out right now. I don't know what that's about. Somebody was saying, I can't remember what I was supposed to show you. The GSX problem someone had. I know, but I don't remember what the problem was. Something about GSX settings, and I think it's refuel. Always refuel progressively. Turn that off. When I load the Phoenix through the tablet, it calls the fuel automatically. Yeah, so always refuel progressively. Turn that off, and then turn this on. Detect custom aircraft system refueling. Turn that on, and you shouldn't get them to come out. So make sure that this is off and this is on. Off, on. Always refuel progressively, off. Detect custom aircraft fueling system, or system refueling. Turn that on, and you should be good. Should help. Push the EPU button. Yes, thank you. Forgot to press start. Fix the problem with... Yes, I saw that. Awesome, Mark. Glad you were able to figure that one out, man. I'm glad that it is working. It makes the scenery much better, in my opinion. Right? Okay, this is Hotel 48 right here, correct? Yes, this is us. This is us. Where is he? Why is he, like, over here? What the fuck? He thinks, like, we're... It's like a crooked gate or something. Something weird is going on here, chat. Okay, well, we're just going to line ourselves up here, because this is where it's actually showing where it's supposed to be, but this is probably why I need a custom, I don't know if anybody's made one. I should have checked. I don't know why I didn't check, but this is why you need a custom profile for some airports. You're looking at it right here. You're looking at the reasoning behind it. And also, why am it's like stopping the airplane every time getting that bug. Okay, well, it's trying to line me up on the line, but it's being really weird about it. That is odd, man. No, never mind, it's trying to line me up with them. Something's broken here, dude. Stop rudder input? Sure.
Stop rudder input. Stop rudder input.
Stop rudder input. Alright, well, we're just going to go right through these people. Don't worry, nothing to see here, chat. This is why there's no collision on with any of these. Don't worry. I'm just going to use this as like my reference system, so I know that I'm getting close. Don't worry, chat. You didn't see nothing. Nothing here. Alright, sweet. We're all kinds of crooked, but hey, who cares? Park brake is on. APU is on. APU gen is on. Engine number... Oh, wait, hold on. We got to set slats and flaps, so at least have those for replay and arm our ground spoilers. Thanks, Leonard, for being here, man. Appreciate it, dude. It wasn't a very good parking. No, stop. Slats and flaps are coming out just for replay, though, chat. I know it's unnatural that we would be doing that, but we're doing it for replay. The sounds of this bad boy, dude. If I'm not on VATSIM, can I still see your aircraft? No. Alright, engine number 1, engine number 2. Seatbelt signs are off, ladies and gentlemen. It literally said, you parked a bit array. Thanks, GSX. Parking. Okay, so like, where do you want me to go, GSX? This is going to be real funny to see how they want me to park here exactly. Just warp me there. Okay, so they wanted me literally crooked. No problem. And we'll request a deboarding.
The boarding requested.
Let's see this park job. Ah, yes, this is the very nice gate gate 48 here, guys. This is why you download profiles. All right. This is exactly why you download profiles, because we are literally in between two gates right now. We're not even at a gate. We're in between gates. So there you go. There you have it, chat. Let's just let's not even worry about GSX. Let's just restart it and we'll call it a day with that, because that's just a little bit funny. Let's go inside. I'm just gonna make sure that all the doors are closed. Come back over here. Open this guy. I'm gonna close you guys. Good. Where do you find airport profiles? FlightSim.to has pretty much everything that you need. FlightSim.to. All right. All of those are closed. Wonderful. Good. Let's go upstairs. Let's get all of our lights back on, as we're going to be doing a replay. Lights, lights, lights. Thank you. Lights, lights, and lights. Beautiful. Everything looks good there. I'm happy with that. Let's go replay system. Let's hit the... Turn that down just so we don't go deaf. We're going to hit the play button. There you go. Beautiful. And we're going to advance this here a little bit. Advance, advance, advance. We'll probably take it in from right about there. Don't pay attention to the stick shaker. We're obviously not stalling out of the sky. We've already landed the airplane, so there's nothing to see here, chat. GSX is having a midlife crisis. Yes, it sometimes does that, especially when you won't notice it so much when you're coming in, like when you're departing, it'll do everything perfectly because you're at the gate and everything is good to go, right? But you'll notice it when you're coming back to an airport if you don't have a GSX profile. Sometimes it can be really weird, man, like, and do really weird things, so, yeah, very legal, of course. Well, everyone, that's going to go and wrap up today's live stream. If you haven't done so already, please don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button with the perfect landing at the end there, chat. 179, absolutely beautiful. Make sure if you haven't done so, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up as well if you enjoyed today's stream. I'm going to take this time now to thank all my mods, my donators, and my sponsors. Thank you all so much for being here, and thank you very much for doing everything that you guys do for the channel. Huge shout out to Statewi today, coming in with the big D of the day. Thank you very much to Tui for the 50 bomb that he dropped earlier, and to everybody else who came in with their donations today and our new memberships and everything in between. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you everybody for spending the week with me here flying in Europe. I know that it was a little bit of a weird week. We didn't have a stream on Saturday, and we ended up doing this crazy long haul yesterday on Sunday, but I'm glad to be able to do this flight today. Was a lot of fun. Perfect landing, 1,500 footers, nailed. What a great landing. What a great day of flying. Beautiful, nice, firm landing into Innsbruck earlier as well. Anyways, friends, that's going to wrap it up for me. I guess next week we're going to plan to be in the PMDG. That's the plan right now. Things may change. Just remember that. Things always change here in Flight Sim. Things are happening real quickly. There could be a release of an airplane or something that we want to look at. So just keep that in mind that we may end up not. But the plan is Thursday to be in the PMDG 737. With that being said, chat, I hope you guys have a great beginning of the week. Again, thank you all for being here. To everybody else who cannot donate using a monetary value, still want to thank you guys just as much for being here and supporting the stream any way that you can. So thank you all so much for your support, man. You guys are truly awesome. Appreciate you. I missed that, so we're going to watch that one again. Appreciate you guys so much for being here. Everybody, thank you so much. Again, next week, PMDG, I don't know where we're going to be flying. We're going to be back in North America. Maybe we'll do some Southwest ops. Maybe we'll do some Alaska ops. Who knows? But thanks so much for being here, friends. Enjoy the replay. Enjoy the outro. I look forward to catching you guys all on Thursday. Happy landings, my friends. Peace! Aviator, thank you very much for 5 months, man. Appreciate you, dude. Zcap, hope you have a good day with the world. See you. Thank you very much, Aviator. Take care, my friend.